What's good with it, Black Goose TV family, man? Double salute as always. It's your boy Fluence back on the Fluence boxing side of the game. We here. Happy Wednesday to the people. You know what I'm saying? It's midweek. We almost got the weekend. The weekend's almost popping off. Also, I want to say, man, hopefully your Wednesday went, at the very least, I'm hoping your Wednesday went good. You know what I'm saying? Some people probably went great. Some people probably went amazing. Anybody, what I'm saying, who wasn't on that level, I'm hoping at least it was good. At the very, very least, I'm hoping it was all right. What I'm saying? If y'all Wednesday end up being, not even in any of those type of categories, end up being lower, whatever the case may be, man, all I gotta say is y'all end up popping up in here. Maybe we can change that. Maybe we can be on some positive vibes. Maybe we can be on the upswing of things, you know what I'm saying? We can just talk good boxing talk, forget about your day earlier if it wasn't that great. And, you know what I'm saying? Just focus on it now. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Once again, double salute to the people, much love to the people, positivity to everybody up out there. Nothing but love, blessings, all that good stuff, man. No stress, just blessed. You know what I'm saying? We here nonetheless. You feel me? And once again, like I said, Fluence Boxing is back in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, we was on the basketball side of the game. We talked all types of things. You know what I'm saying? Salute, double salute to Dub. We was on all types of good vibes. It had been like I took like a 4-day hiatus. You already know. I didn't really go into detail why, but I had a real crazy weekend. Excuse me, a real crazy weekend. You know what I'm saying? Still trying to, recover from that, even though it is Wednesday. But some things, man, some things is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Some things you got to do your best to try and get that out of your system. You got to do your best to try and disconnect from it, and it can weigh heavy on you. And it definitely has been weighing heavy on me. But as the days pass, as things keep moving forward, keep your mind right, keep your mind busy. What I'm saying? Keep progressing, keep trying to, at the very least, put your mind frame in a place where that's not necessarily your main thoughts. And what I'm saying, you're doing your best to disconnect from that. What I'm saying? It gets better, it gets easier. What I'm saying? I don't want to go into detail yet. Maybe one day, like I said yesterday, but tonight's not the night for that. I just want to tell the folks, what I'm saying, glad to be back once again. And not only am I glad to be back, I'm glad to be back on the boxing tip tonight. Yesterday, no boxing. We talked a little bit, but not much. Tonight it's gonna be straight boxing talk. We all boxing. Um, One thing I did say, what I'm saying, I want to try and start doing my lives a little bit earlier. I was planning on doing my live like around 9:30 my time. As y'all can see, it's about 10:16. And I was applauding myself yesterday. The funny thing, I was applauding myself yesterday because I was like, it was the first time in a long time where like I had to schedule time for when I was gonna go live, and I actually ended up going earlier. Today I did end up being late. Y'all don't even know I actually switched the times a whole lot. Like I said, I went to start at 9:30, you feel me? But hey, at the end of the day, I'm not really tripping tonight, you know what I'm saying? Like I just really want to vibe. I really want to talk. And I really just want to really get deep, really do a deep dive into boxing. Now, I will say this, I'll be 100% with y'all. Like, I had a different topic for tonight, right? I wanted to kind of go into why I was going to be disappointed, or why this year, 2023, is going to be one of the most disappointing years in boxing. But there's actually a lot of things going on right now that, I wanted to talk about. I wanted to react to some videos. So it was like, I'm gonna save that topic for, when it's a slow night or when it's a slow week for boxing. This particular week isn't necessarily a slow week. Obviously, you guys see the topics down below. We're going to be discussing all that, and then just mainly because Artur Beterbiev, or I should say his name right. You know what I'm saying? I'll be butchering his name. Sorry about that, man. Especially when most likely going to end up being in the Hall of Fame. But Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde is going to be happening this weekend. So it's like, okay, so it's definitely not a slow week. Just in the small, simple fact that a fight of that magnitude is going to be happening. So I don't want to downplay it. I want to give it the love that it deserves. I want to give it the attention that it deserves, especially when I feel like, what I'm saying, especially when it comes to the boxing community. A lot of them, the mainstream boxing community, they're not really following it. I don't want to say following it, but they're not really talking about it that much. It's kind of been pushed under the, swept under the rug, pushed under the radar, however you want to say. So, this isn't a light boxing week, just for the fact that that fight is going to be happening this weekend. And then obviously, as you guys can also see down below, we're going to be talking a little bit about Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, whether that fight's going to be happening or not. And it's really not me talking about it. I saw an update from Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya has definitely been in the media like crazy lately, with his weird abs and all that type of stuff. But I'll give Oscar De La Hoya this. He's been pretty transparent to the whole entire situation when it comes to Davis versus Ryan Garcia happening. So I appreciate that. So we're going to be reacting to that video. And then also too, I want to react to Oscar De La Hoya speaking on Earl Spence versus Keith Thurman happening at 154. Who he thinks he's going to win. Obviously, there hasn't been any confirmed contract signed for either of those two fights when it comes to Davis versus Garcia or when it comes to Keith Thurman versus Earl Spence. But you know, if there's one thing I've kind of noticed from Oscar De La Hoya that's a little bit different when it comes from Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, etc., is a lot of times when he does speak and he's talking about two particular fighters, either the fight is trying to be made or, you know what I'm saying, the fight has a chance or ability to be made. And if it doesn't happen, there's a strong reason behind it. So, and I'm not saying Oscar De La Hoya has always been that way. I think ever since they did the like co-promotional deal with the Zone, it's kind of switched things where he can kind of take the back seat and he can kind of play this type of what's a good word for it? Where he can kind of play the role that he's playing currently, or he can be a little bit more trustworthy when it comes to things that he's saying and speaking when it comes to new boxing news and new boxing fans and all that type of good stuff. So we're going to be reacting to that. I'm going to be watching those videos. And also there is a video for Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde, an extended video from Top Rank. Remember last week I was kind of giving Top Rank, I was giving Top Rank a lot of smoke, man, because not only Top Rank though, but I was giving Matchroom as well. Well, I shouldn't say Matchroom, but Queensberry Promotion, Frank Orange Promotion. I was giving them a lot of smoke as well because I just felt like there should be more promotional push. There should be more, promotional love that should be coming out when it comes to Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde. And I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, it's not necessarily the YouTubers, etc., or the media. I can't blame it on them for not talking about the fight that much when their actual promotional companies aren't really putting a lot of things out there for people to be excited about, at least in the U.S. and want to see it. And to an extent, I get it. When it comes to U.S. fan base, there isn't too many U.S. fans rocking with Beterbiev. There isn't really too many U.S. fans rocking with Yarde. So, easily they could be really just targeting their main marketing audience, which is over in the UK, etc. And obviously where Beterbiev is from, probably marketing over there. Because as we all know, that fight's going to be happening in the UK. So it's like, I understand that too. But it's like, hey, yo, man, don't forget about the US fans. Like, there's some US fans that really, really, really want to see this fight. I'm one of them. I'm a big fan of Yarde. You already know that. So y'all know me. Like I said, I'm not trying to go super late with these things like I used to. You feel me? Unless it's the weekend. When the weekend hit, you already know we lit. You feel me? But during the week, I be trying to keep it tamed. But you know what I'm saying? Tonight, we may go a little bit later than usual. At the end of the day, I haven't done a boxing live stream in a little bit, in a little bit, at least like 5, 6, 7 days, whatever the case, maybe even a week. So we gonna have fun, whatever the case. But I'm gonna try and keep this tame. I'm gonna try and keep this into the time frame, so your boy still has time. You know what I'm saying? I can relax, at least for an hour before I go to sleep, eat some good food, all that good stuff. But if y'all come up in here, man, make sure you show your boy some love, man. Hit the like button down below as always, man. Help your boy get into the algorithm, especially with the hiatus I took, man. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all support. I need y'all love. So hit the like button down below while you're hitting the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the BlakGooseTV family. And then, of course, you know what I'm saying, if y'all do end up coming up in here, you know what I'm saying, this is boxing talk. We all about Fluenceboxing tonight. So I want to hear y'all opinion. So at the very least, if you have something to say, drop it in the comments so we can discuss it. And if you want to take it a little bit further, I'll drop the link. Y'all can hop up in here. We can have a little panel going, man, as long as it doesn't get too crazy. And you know what I'm saying, we don't go past the time I want to go past. Now, with all that being said, I want to give y'all a quick update on my situation. Still searching for a crib. I was supposed to put in my first offer for a crib today. I haven't heard back from my realtor. I need to get an update on that tomorrow. So, like I said, man, time frame like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? 2 months where, you know what I'm saying, this is not always going to be off the phone. We're going to get back to the original format, but not even get back to the original format, but even, upgrade that. So that's the goal. But we're working on that. It's not going to be like this all year, man. I promise y'all, keep rocking with your boy. We're keeping the consistency, we're keeping the content, but I'm telling you, the production level is going to upgrade. Just, you know what I'm saying, rock with me, give me some patience and all that good stuff. But anyways, much love to everybody. Once again, double salute. Appreciate everyone. Stay positive, stay blessed, not stressed, keep moving, keep grooving. And you know what I'm saying, don't let nobody be a nuisance in your life. And if they is, cut them off if you can, man, because that can be a problem. You feel me? All right, now that the table is set, we can eat. You feel me? So one of the first things that I did want to go ahead and get into, I wanted to get into the latest update when it came to Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, and whether or not this fight is something that we can see as feasible, or this is a fight that we can actually expect to actually happen. Now, there's rumors that the card is already, getting ready to be set up. There's rumors that Jerron Ennis is going to be on the card. Some people are even trying to go as far as there's a possibility that Keith Thurman, Earl Spence might be on the card. I don't think that's going to happen because there's no way. Why would you know what I'm saying? Like PBC, Showtime, they going to make as much money as possible. You want to put them two on the same card, but there's a lot of rumors going around right now. And really, other than speculation, other than YouTube channels, talking about their inside sources, but you know, not naming their inside sources and trying to act like they know everything, all that stuff. The only person that I listen to when it comes to all these updates is the man, the myth, the legend himself, the one and only Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Got abs out of nowhere at 50 years old, and he just loves showing them off, man. I also, too, if we can get to that point, man, I do want to talk a little bit about David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant being finalized. It's going to be happening in March. So that's a for sure go. But, tonight is going to be a whole lot of Oscar De La Hoya talking because Oscar De La Hoya got a whole lot to say, right? But that's just going to be specifically for the Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis situation. And then also he has some things to say about Keith Thurman versus Earl Spence. And, of course, I want to get into the new little promo video dropped by Top Rank for Art of Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde. That's the goal. That's all we're gonna be trying to get through tonight. You know what I'm saying? It may change up, especially if y'all end up, piling in and wanting to get in on your comments. Y'all want to get on the panel when I drop the link. It may change some. But as of now, it's just me, myself, and I up in this thing. So I'm gonna be running it the way I want. So double salute again, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button for your boy, man. Let's have a good time, man. It's good to be back to the boxing side of the game. But we're gonna definitely be listening to what Oscar De La Hoya had to say about the possibility of Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia and the contracts being signed, and when should we be expecting an announcement to take place. This is via Fight Hub TV. Let me turn it up.
TV powered by Stagefront VIP. Be enjoying with the Golden Boy himself, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, you have this card this weekend. A lot of things I want to touch on you with, but first off, the opponent change for Alexis Roca. What happened with the original opponent that he had? Original opponent, I have no clue. I have no idea what happened. I know we do have a difficult, tough guy from Ghana for Rocha on Saturday. Last minute replacements are a drag, and they're not good for anybody. But
I didn't even know Roca was fighting this weekend. I wonder if it's going to be on the same card as No, I don't think it is. No, it's probably going to be a separate card because it's going to be associated with Golden Boy Promotions. I can't wait for Yarde versus Beterbiev, by the way. It's going to be fire.
I feel very confident that this fight is probably going to be even tougher for Rocha. Just the fact that he's from Ghana, like I hear Ghana and I think about the master fighters. I mean, I still get chills. Like when I mention Ghana, I get chills. Like shit. Yeah, it's gonna be a good main event. With the winner, I've heard you say in interviews that you feel that 3 potential fights for Alexis: Crawford, Virgil, or Spence. Like he's knocking right there.
Let's be real. Crawford is not, because obviously, and it's definitely not Spence, because Spence is not coming back down from 154. So, if you want me to be real, I think Oscar De La Hoya is trying to make a fight happen between Roca and Virgil Ortiz, because Virgil Ortiz, his steam, you got to think about it. When you got some hot food in front of you, you don't eat it right away. It ends up cooling down. That's what happened with Virgil Ortiz. That steam is cooled down, baby. He does not have that same burn behind him that he used to maybe about a couple years ago.
As his promoter, I guess, which route would you like to see him take? Well, obviously the easy route would be Virgil Ortiz. That would be the easiest fight to make. But look, we strongly feel that Rocha can go up against Crawford. Spence would be the most difficult to make because obviously, to make fights with other promoters, it's been a little difficult. But I'm pretty optimistic because now that we're getting closer in making Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, then maybe that opens the doors in making Jaime Munguia Charlo in Spence and Rocha. So a lot of good things are happening.
Don't get your hopes up, Oscar De La Hoya. Come on now, boy. I'm really interested to see what's the specifics he's gonna say about Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia happening. Because look, like I said, I had a specific topic. Well, not a specific topic, but I had kind of like an open topic that I had planned that I wanted to speak about. But there were just so many things that I kind of wanted to react to when it comes to interviews and things like that. And then I want to make sure Yarde and Beterbiev, get the just due that they do. But it's like one of the things that I said, like 2023 is shaping up to be probably one of the most lackluster years for boxing, and I still stand behind that because some of the biggest fights that we're hoping to see this year, none of them have been made, none of them have signed contracts. At least when you look at last year, a lot of the fights that we were looking forward to seeing, they were already signed, and if they didn't happen, it was because of the injury, etc. Like it was already a bad start. Like we were supposed to have Jamel Charlo versus Tim Tszyu, right? Jamel Charlo got injured, pulled out. Now we still have Tim Tszyu versus Tony Harrison happening, which is a fire fight. And I'm going to be 100% tuned in. And I think there's a big possibility of an upset if we see the Tony Harrison that we should see, because I think Tony Harrison can box circles around Tim Tszyu. It's just if we don't see the same Tony Harrison that we're used to seeing, then he could possibly get caught. But it's just like when you think about the big fights that are supposed to be happening this year, or at least not even the big fights, because I don't want to be casual when I'm talking about this, but the fights that like are close in skill level and things that can put us on the edge of the feet and things that can really move the sport toward like forward. Like, what is there to talk about? Like, David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant, in my personal opinion, is probably going to be like is the most, I don't want to say anticipated, but one of those fights where it's like, okay, they're both high level, they're both at the peak of their career, and not necessarily David Benavidez, he's still kind of moving up, but they're putting a lot on the line. When you look at the other fights that are like we're looking forward to, and there's not a lot being put on the line right now that's like confirmed and made. Gervonta Davis with Ryan Garcia is not confirmed. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, there's talks of Usyk versus Fury. That's not confirmed. Anthony Joshua looks like he's probably going to fight Jermaine Franklin and not Dillian White. Either way, that's not something I'm really excited about. Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz. That looks like one of the better fights of the year. Canelo's probably going to be fighting John Ryder in his return. That's not something I'm looking forward to. Um, so it's weird. It's like Keith Thurman versus Earl Spence is probably Keith Thurman versus Earl Spence, David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant is probably gonna be the most two anticipated fights of this year. Other than that, everything else is speculation, what ifs. It's just it doesn't like when I look at how this is shaping up. Like maybe we might get Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. Who knows? Lomachenko hasn't really been saying anything. I don't know what's going on with Jamal Charlo, but when we're talking about the fighters that we want to see and the expectations of people putting it on the line this year, it looks bleak, man. It looks bleak. 2023 looks like a bleak year for boxing. That's just my personal opinion. Like, tell me a fight that you're really, really looking for. Well, tell me three fights you're really, really looking forward to this year. It's like it's hard to say. It's like you're kind of just, what I'm saying. What I'm saying, when let's say you had an amazing plate served you like all the food that you love and it's prepared perfectly, but then you can't eat none of it until after five people eat from it. You know what I'm saying? What you got left? You know what I'm saying? You got to pick and choose. You feel me?
There's a lot of moving parts right now, but I strongly feel that 2023 is going to be great for boxing. You touched on.
Yo, that's crazy. I didn't even know he was going to say that. He literally said that. And see, that's how I know I'm right. I'm like, when you had, like, if you were able to, like, this is his face when he said that. Look at Oscar's face when he said that. Oscar don't even look like he believed it. That's crazy. I literally just said 2023 is going to be a bleak year for us for boxing, and then Oscar said it right before. No, it's not, bro. Tell me the fights that we are looking forward to in 2023 where it looks like it's going to be a good year. I don't see them.
On it, Oscar, and fans want to know, since you've gotten the contract, has it been signed for Gervonta and Ryan? Is it official? Is it going to be official?
Come on, Fight Hub. You've been doing this too long. I can't believe you just said Gervonta. My man said, has the contract been signed by Gervonta? Who is Gervonta? Sound like somebody baby mama. 3 kids, 3 different daddies. Who is Gervonta? Somebody tell me. I heard him right. Hold on. Watch, listen to this. Also, listen to Oscar De La Hoya trying to dispute exactly what I said. 2023, terrible year for boxing. I believe that. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not.
Great for boxing. You touched on it, Oscar, and fans want to know, since you've gotten the contract, has it been signed for Gervonta and Ryan? Is it official? Is it going to be official? It's not official yet. It's not official yet. Will it get done? Yes, it's going to get done.
It's not official yet. Will it get done? Yes. Will it get done? Yeah, you're supposed to say that, Oscar. There's a lot of fights that people are going to be looking forward this year that's not going to happen. I do believe Keith Thurman and Earl Spence will end up, taking place just because there's nothing on the line fighting at 154. But I'm like, we got Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, we got Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, not yet signed, but I have strong belief that's going to get signed. And it's like after that, I'm like, I guess the only other big fight that we can really look forward to probably would be Andy Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder. But is that as big as a fight as we can think? Like that's, what I'm saying? Like U.S. fans don't see Yarde versus Beterbiev as a big fight. I do, but the masses, especially when it comes to U.S., they don't see it the same way. So let me know what I'm missing. I'm like, who is fighting this year other than those two fights, who we can be excited about?
Strongly feel that that this fight is going to happen for sure. April 15th. I actually have the contract. Just have to cross the T's and dot the I's. Minor little issues, which is no big deal. All the majors got all sorted out. But Ryan's in camp already. He's out there in Miami. And Gervonta, he's a beast. He's out there training already. So I think this is going to be probably one of the biggest, most anticipated fights in recent years. Both guys are young. Both guys are undefeated. Both guys have a huge following. So I think this is going to be a fight that can break some records. What's left to cross it over the line? I don't want to get into it. There's a lot of.
Why not though, Oscar? You don't have to tell us the specifics, bro. Just like what's keeping. What are the? Why do you need to? What I'm saying, dot the I's and cross the T's. What are we missing here?
Little details, but they're minor. They're just minor. Everything has gotten worked out, from the weight, from the who comes out first, who's the champion, the gloves, everything all got sorted out. The purses, this, that. So I'm very confident this fight is.
My bad, y'all. I don't know what happened right there. I had a call come in. They tried to mess with your boy. I think it messed up my stream. I'm back though. My bad about that. Let me make sure though I'm good real quick on my side. But in case y'all missed anything, I'm gonna rewind it back so y'all can hear it in case y'all missed anything. Let me make sure we good though on my side. Okay, we good. All right. I'm gonna rewind it back for y'all.
Confident this fight is going to take. Who comes out first? Who comes out first? Who's the champion? The gloves, everything all got sorted out. The purses, this, that. So I'm very confident this fight is going to take place April 15th. In terms of that, when are we going to see, you feel like an official announcement with like a press tour and all that? I think in the next few days. In the next few days, oh yeah, you heard it first here. Next few days, yeah, we're coming out with the official announcement.
So he's basically saying by Friday we should have an official announcement. Official announcement for Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Not only being announced as being signed and completed, but basically they're going to be announcing, the press conferences, etc. Because you got to think about it. We're January. We're going on February. They're talking about this fight being in April. you're going to need those 2 months for promotion. So if the fight is going to happen, what I do believe about his statement is this is going to need to be announced, if not in the next few days, at least by the 1st of February, because you're going to need those 2 months to build this fight up in the sense of press conferences, interest, and all that type of stuff. If we don't have this fight announced, at least by February 1st, I am telling you guys now, right here, it's not happening. Point blank, period.
Um, what I want to do is old school. I want to grab 2 jets, right? G5, G6, and take each fighter to various cities across the country, old school, and just promote and take this fight, take the fighters to the fans and create the hype and start the hype. And then, obviously with Showtime and the Zone, they're going to blow it out of the water. It's going to be big. Yeah, we don't see those types of press tours anymore. Like it was done for you, it was done for many of Floyd's fights, but it's rare now to see something like that. But I guess the magnitude of a fight kind of warrants that type of tour. Well,
as much as I appreciate like Oscar De La Hoya's ambition, as much as I appreciate his skepticism, or actually not skepticism, his optimism when it comes to this, it's like it's hard for me to believe anything he's saying. Like no disrespect or nothing like that, but it's just like one, Oscar De La Hoya isn't going to have any say promotional wise how they're going to promote this fight. Oscar De La Hoya doesn't have any say on the I's getting dotted and the T's getting crossed. Right? He doesn't have any say on the little things with the contract. He's just literally the face right now. So, like, I appreciate his optimism when it comes to this, but like what he's saying is just hard for me to believe. I'm not saying that this fight isn't going to happen, but I do stand by the fact that, you know, I still think it's a 50-50 chance for anything to happen when it comes to this because, Oscar De La Hoya is saying that in the next few days there should be an announcement, all this type of stuff. Why is it only Oscar De La Hoya saying this? I would think there would be more people, and I'm not even talking about YouTube channels or anything, but there would just be more sources. There would be more information for us to pull from where we think there's a possibility that this fight is soon going to be announced. But I almost feel like, at least in the last like month or so, all the information that's being spread around this fight is coming strictly from what Oscar De La Hoya was saying, from him posting a picture. I got the contract, so I want to believe him. I want to have faith, but something about this just seems like it's just kind of like all talk, and he's trying to put pressure on the other side, Gervonta Davis' side, to be like, yo, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about it this much. I'm like, if it don't happen, it's gonna look like it's your side. But at the end of the day, we know that's not gonna be the case. This fight doesn't happen. No one's gonna blame Davis or Showtime.
We started that when I fought Chavez, and we ended it when I was promoting Floyd. We used to just lease 2 jets and just go all over the country. So the plan is to grab Ryan Garcia and Tank and just take them across the country and take them to the fans. Take them to the fans that want to see them up close and personal. A lot of fans can't go to Las Vegas and watch it live. They can buy it on pay-per-view, but they want to be able to like get in autographs, take a picture. Take the fight to the fans. That's what it's all about. It'll be at the T-Mobile. Not official, not yet. We don't know yet, but yeah.
See, don't you think? How are you going to tell me all the big details is ironed out? It's just the little things got to get taken care of. The pay's done. Who walks out first? I would think the first thing that is agreed upon is going to be where the fight is taking place. So you're telling me you're going to have an announcement in the next couple of days, by the end of the week. Let's even say by February 1st. But you guys haven't decided on where the fight's going to take place. That don't sound a little fishy to y'all? And you can tell when he got asked that question, he's like, he kind of got caught off guard. He got choked up a little bit. Didn't want to look at the camera. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm just saying, 2023 for boxing fans is not going to be a good year for us, man. I'm telling you right now. That's what makes me mad. This is my last year being in my 20s, man. And I've had, like, last year was a treat for boxing, man. and it could have been even better, but there was a lot of injuries and stuff like that that prevented certain fights from happening. But there was still a lot of good fights. The year before that was solid. Obviously, COVID came into play, before that, but it's just unfortunate. I feel like this year is going to be one of the worst years when it comes to boxing, man. At least in the last like five.
The front runners are MGM and T-Mobile. I do love the MGM, but the T-Mobile has more seats where you can fit more people, which is fair for the fans. But I strongly feel that this fight here is just gonna just blow it out of the water. I think this promotion, his fan base, his the Tank's fan base.
I'm looking this way not because I disagree with Oscar. I'm just like he's just talking in hypotheticals, bro. He's not like how you want to go from it's going to be announced at this point. We just got to cross the T's, dot the I's. But then when certain questions are asked you, like about like what arena do we got planned? Like he's just talking hypothetically, like oh, there's more. Like there's no assurance in his voice. So I don't know how serious this fight is really going to be. How serious or close we are to this fight being made. Like that's just me, man. I'm just reading body language and reading tones and how he's where he's looking when he's asked certain questions. I'm not like I said, I'm not saying this fight won't happen. He may be telling the truth, but me personally, I'm leaning towards the fact that um they trying to create another Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence, get our hopes up, and then crush it, and then we're gonna be talking about this for the next 5 years. You feel me?
Ryan's fan base.
I'm gonna be 40 by the
It's gonna be awesome.
No
In
cap.
terms of making the deal, like how was it like working with Showtime and BBC this time again? And how was that experience? It's a lot of going back and forth. A lot of going back and forth. It's a very complex deal. Very very complex. One of these big fights. It takes a lot of hours, a lot of negotiations back and forth, and so a lot of time. And but we're very happy that we can already we're very happy that we can already make this happen and make the official announcement very soon. Is this kind of like a thawing of relations between you and them? And are you?
That's just contradictory to me. How can you say that you're confident in making the official announcement soon, but you're not confident in telling us what details need to be worked out, and you don't know which arena they're gonna be fighting at? Like I can be completely wrong. I could be that guy that's just, what I'm saying, cynical in how he looks at things, and I've been told that a lot, so that's fine. But it's just a lot of contradiction going on in this interview, a lot of contradictory statements happening. So it's not making me feel any type different than what I'm already feeling.
Are you confident like we could see other fights? I know you mentioned Munguia and Charlo, which is a fight we've been wanting to see for a very long time. But do you think this is the beginning
Nobody has wanted to see Munguia versus Charlo. Okay.
of like more fights with them? Well, look, I mean, I've been very vocal, right? And almost beating the drum and almost against PBC, and it's for a reason. It's like I want to voice my opinion. I want to voice my opinion for the fans, and
Now that I will give Oscar. Oscar has been very vocal in regard to that. But I will say the one hypocrisy when it comes to Oscar De La Hoya saying that is he didn't start voicing that particular opinion until Golden Boy Promotions did the co-deal with DAZN, which makes DAZN the parent company, the basically the A side or the majority partnership of it. So it's like when Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions, obviously Oscar De La Hoya is not over Golden Boy Promotions, not the president. He was more so of the face, but he had a lot of stake in it. Golden Boy Promotions was doing the same thing any other promotional company was doing. When they didn't need nobody's help, they tried to keep all their talent, inside of their promotional company, build up their own people by fighting their own guys under their promotional company. Like y'all was doing the same thing as everyone else. Ever since now, y'all had to reach out and be like, "DAZN, come and save us from bankruptcy." Now you're talking about like, oh, let's make these big fights happen because you don't have to put up as much money now. And then also too, what I'm saying, you can't technically build up Golden Boy promotion fighters like you were able to do when you were outside of signing with the zone, because now technically a lot of these fighters, the zone could say those are my fighters. Eddie Hearn has done that. Eddie Hearn has came out in interviews and basically he'll speak about the same fight and then act like Oscar De La Hoya isn't even involved, and he'll act like those fighters are his fighters, even though he's only, Golden Boy promotion only been with his own for like 3 years, whatever the case may be. So it's like, yeah, you saying this now and you being vocal now, but you wasn't always like that, bro.
The fans deserve all the big fights. They deserve, the best fights. And so Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis, I'm hoping will open the door. Will open the door to bigger and better fights and bigger and better events and more events. I mean, think about it. Now we can possibly start discussing Munguia versus Charlo. We can probably
Nobody wants to see Munguia versus Charlo.
you start discussing Virgil Ortiz versus Spence.
Nobody wants to see Virgil Ortiz versus Spence.
You never know. I mean, this fight here is that important. April 15th is going to.
It's not important. The only thing important about this fight is people want to see Davis versus Ryan Garcia. But this has nothing to do with opening the door for any of your other Golden Boy promotion fighters to have a chance at a big name fight, because those guys don't deserve it, respectfully. I'm not saying skill level, but I'm like, this is still a business. So it's like, when I hear Oscar De La Hoya speak in this manner, it tells me that there's a lot of cap, there's a lot of bullshit going on, there's a lot of trying to get leverage in negotiation. So I feel, once again, 50-50 about this fight actually happened. I will not be surprised if Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis does not happen. I will be surprised if it does happen. So that's kind of where I stand.
Going to make history and beyond. My final topic with you, Munguia. I know he's received a lot of criticism with the opponents he's had.
As he should.
Thus far, can you give us an update? And I guess what fans really want to know is, like, when is he going to step up and finally get someone that's really going to challenge him? Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. It's like, who's out there? It's very difficult. I mean, we have a fighter who is ready to fight for a world title. And that's what I'm talking about. PBC has all these fighters at 160 and 168. We're opening the door and ready to talk with whoever to make these big fights happen. So
Oscar De La Hoya answered his own question. He's like, PBC has all these fighters at 160 and 168. Now we're opening the door for Jaime Munguia to have a chance. Like, bro, don't you understand? Why would I do a co-promotional deal with your fighter if I have all the talent at 160 and 168? You better be willing to take nothing or a little bit when it comes to this fight for us to even entertain it. So I'm like, Oscar De La Hoya, like, man, you know the business. I know you want to make it seem a certain way because a lot of people, when they watch this shit, they don't understand the business of boxing and stuff like that. But come on, bro. You know you sound crazy. You got one fighter that is somewhat legitimate. We don't know how legitimate he is at 160, 168. Why would PBC be like, yeah, let's try and make a fight against one of my top fighters against Jaime Munguia when Jaime Munguia is not a draw? They got niggas at 160, 168 that bring in just as much money as Jaime Munguia. So I'll have my guys fight them and keep it within the family. Why go outside of it if it's not necessary?
Look, Munguia is ready to fight anybody. He wants to fight the big names. He wants Charlo. He wants the biggest names out there. So
But he does.
I'm hoping that a fighter like Triple G can come to his senses and know that he needs a Jaime Munguia, for instance.
That's crazy. How does Triple G need a Jaime Munguia? The nigga probably has like 2 fights left in him if he wants to. He can retire now and be good. Triple G don't need nobody. What you talk? And see, this is what makes me discredit everything Oscar said before, because he be talking that bullshit.
To make a comeback, to make a statement after Canelo's loss, Triple G might need a dancing partner. So that's the natural fit for both guys. I'm hoping that we can discuss that with Triple G's people and hopefully make that happen sooner or later. But if not, then we have to go the other route and knock on PBC's door, and hopefully we can get something going there. I'm getting scrambled to cut this. If I could just move just a little bit closer, Oscar. Just one last thing. Power Slap debuted last week. There's been a lot of chatter with it. A lot of people are mixed about it. What's your honest thoughts on this new sport? I don't like it. It's not a sport. I mean, you have 2 guys that are just standing still. They can't dodge a punch. They can't roll with a punch. They can't. It's not a sport. I mean, who the hell wants to get hit like that? It's to me, it's disgusting. Yeah, it's beneath of what anybody should be doing. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. I don't like it. I saw this one promo where this guy, his face was just so swelled up, and he got hit in the temple, and he almost was like crying, like, what the hell's going on with me? He's like dizzy, and he was like shaken up. I mean, it's gonna take. What is it gonna take for someone to die because they got hit in the temple, or because you can't defend yourself?
All right, Oscar, that's enough of you. Enough of your bullshit. No, I'm not saying I'm Oscar be speaking bullshit, man. Like I said, I was giving him ups and his props in the beginning because he's the only one who's kind of being vocal about the whole entire Ryan Garcia Gervonta Davis situation. But man, everything he said in that interview, man, that doesn't give me any type of confidence that this fight's gonna happen. Just fucking blah 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 blah. What's good with it, Dub? Double salute as always. Yeah, I'm dropping the link. Came at the perfect time, man. I always be like, I'm gonna drop the link 40 minutes in. You feel me? I already know. I ain't take a piss. Somebody feel lie to you. I need a bathroom break. Oh God. No, I know your limit too. You said 12:30 is your time. You got 45 minutes in this bitch, right? 30, 40 minutes in this joint. That's a perfect time for your boy, myself too, man. But yeah, man, I like look. I appreciate Oscar, man. I ain't got no disrespect for Oscar, but I'm like, that whole entire interview was bullshit. He was asking you straightforward questions. You couldn't answer them things straightforward. I learned a lot from what you said. What's good with it, Dad?
My brother, what's going on, Flu? How you feeling?
Good, bro. I was in here listening to Oscar, you know what I'm saying?
Well, wait a minute. That's the problem. We might not need to listen to Oscar. We might not need to listen to him.
All right, listen, it was all bullshit.
My God.
10 minutes of that nigga just going on and on about some shit. I was like, man,
did he mention the thongs he wanted to be wearing for his 50th birthday in Mexico? Did he mention that? My
Look,
God.
This is what I will say when it comes to Oscar. He has done a lot of questionable shit over his career, but if there's one thing you cannot question, is that nigga is a certified Hall of Famer and he ducked nobody.
No. He can fight. He's
a Hall of Famer. It's not this fight though. He's a Hall of Famer though.
I love Oscar in the ring, bro. I'm a fan
His
of
outside
Oscar.
life, I don't got nothing to do with it. This nigga got them implanted abs out of nowhere, and every post that he makes, all of a sudden he's showing them things. So it's like I don't speak on that nigga's outside life because he do what he do.
But Flu, this is the problem. The problem is at this current moment in time, right? At this current moment in time, all we can look at are him as a promoter, right? And when he's not making the fights we want to see, then we got to see what he's doing outside of it. Especially when you have, respectfully, porn stars coming out saying he want to wear my clothes and chase me. No, come on, brother. And you know what?
Well, that's all. But I don't like to keep the old shit on him though.
Real quick. Whatever he do in his personal life is on him. That's on him. But when you have individuals coming out speaking about it, that's a different situation. You know what I'm saying? And then when you come out and say, for my 50th birthday, I want to be on a beach in Mexico in a thong, you tell me a man that want to be in the thong. Respectfully, of course.
Oh my God, nobody. But Oscar De La Hoya has always been a questionable nigga like that. It's just he's old enough now where, like, before he tried to dodge it. Now he's like,
he can just say this shit now.
Yeah, he embrace. He's like, nigga, I'm old now, and I'm like, bro. Every time I be mad whenever I be scrolling like the little feed on Instagram because I watch a lot of boxing stuff. It would show this nigga Oscar De La Hoya like doing shadow boxing, and this nigga got them fake abs. I'm like, man, like, you trolling us, bro. Like, you really like just feeding into the troll shit. Like, but he don't care no more. He old nigga. He probably like, man, fuck y'all.
Hey, that's why Oscar still pulling them bitches. You feel me?
I give it to him. I give him that. That nigga, he got like a 30-year-old model. She don't look good to me. Like, she look weird because she got all that surgery and shit. But I'm like, if you an old nigga, that shit probably fire to you.
Yeah, exactly. If you an old nigga, bro, hey, Oscar, he 50 something now. He in their 50s.
Nah, he ain't 50 yet. I think he late 40s. I think he like 46, 47.
Oscar ain't 50. He seemed like you 50 right now, bro. I'm just saying what he seemed like. I don't know how old he is.
Also, too, he's technically not a promoter no more, nigga. DAZN took that shit from him when they,
No. He's still Golden Boy. Like Golden Boy, even though Golden Boy
No,
is,
he is Golden Boy, but technically,
I agree with you that he
go
working
ahead. I
with
got to
the
use the bathroom
zone.
real quick. Go ahead.
No, take your time, and I'll wait for you to come back. Man, first things first, man. Double salute to my brother Flu. I gotta tell y'all, man, I'm proud of my brother. I believe the Lakers and the Spurs are playing tonight. Anthony Davis is supposed to be coming back, and my brother Flu, he's not wasting his time covering that nonsense. Respectfully, of course, respectfully. But shout out to my brother. That's the first thing I want to say. Now, moving forward, I got questions, man. I've heard that the Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight, I've heard it was signed. Now I'm hearing it hasn't been signed. I'm leaning on the side of it hasn't been signed at this current moment in time because I've seen Oscar as a promoter. We've seen what he did when Jaime Munguia was trying to fight, and when he was trying to fight Charlo. Jaime Munguia came out and said, "I want to fight." Goddamn, Oscar said, "Well, if we gonna do the fight, we need to have it. We need a joint pay-per-view." Wait a minute. When has the B-side ever called for a joint pay-per-view? When did that happen?
When has Munguia ever been a pay-per-view guy? I'm like, ain't nobody checking. Look, ain't nobody checking for Jaime Munguia. I don't care. Like this, that's the one for look. You undefeated, respect, but ain't nobody checking for you, bro. Ain't nobody checking for no Golden Boy promotion fighters. Let's be honest.
Now they're checking
Other
for
than
Ryan.
Ryan Garcia,
Ryan, outside of Ryan, and
that's
Virgil
it.
Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz, we'll give him Virgil.
I love Virgil, but this is how I explain Virgil. I'm like, when you get, you know what I'm saying, you at your mama's crib or grandma's or your aunties, they make that hot plate and it's just delicious and you ready to eat. But then you get distracted, you get that phone call from work, whatever, and it go longer than usual, and you go back to the hot plate, and all of a sudden that
And that
joint
shit
steamed
warm.
down and it's cooled down. That's
It's
Virgil Ortiz.
lukewarm
That's
food.
exactly. He ain't
Yeah.
no one check. Like you see, you remember everyone was talking about Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. Boots Ennis, he's still that plate's still hot. That plate is still hot. Somebody need to stick Virgil Ortiz in the microwave because I'm like, ain't nobody checking for Virgil Ortiz right now. Respectfully,
we got to call a spade because we see Virgil was supposedly the mandatory for Bud, and Virgil himself and his team said, "Nah, we good. We don't want to fight Bud right now." Wait a minute, you're supposed to be the good. This is a title opportunity in the WBA. You the number one. You in the number one position. WBA, WBO. The WBO, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was the WBO.
Yeah, but you the number one, and then you're gonna shift and go over to the WBA to fight Stanleyiosis, whatever the brother name is, respectfully. You're gonna move over and fight him versus fighting Bud for the top. Man, stop the cap. And then when they asked, and respectfully, once again, when they asked the brother Virgil if he was gonna make the fight with Boots, the man said we need 48 months. You know how long 48 months is? Nigga, that's 4 years. 4 motherfucking years. Come on, man. Stop capping. If you're not gonna fight these dudes, bro, man, just move forward, brother. And in my opinion, my last point. In my opinion, after you done had rhabdo, whatever this shit was that you had, where you done cut too much damn weight, couldn't make, man, move your ass up to 54 and fight up there.
Shit.
If you're not gonna fight the top individuals in the division. Go ahead.
By the way, Virgil Ortiz, I respect that. I'm like, when you have a life-threatening situation, you have to be very aware. You have to do what you do. I'm not. This is no disrespect, but I'm just saying, Teofimo Lopez, he had something worse than you, and that nigga fine. Y'all can say all y'all want about Teofimo, but that nigga, his situation was worse.
He still fought.
I'm just saying. So I was like, that's something. That's why I always like with Teofimo. I always give him like, we can talk his shit. He can look bad, but it's like I always give Teofimo his props because I'm like, that nigga never turned down the fade.
Well, we gotta see because from what's coming out recently,
Regis program.
Yeah, I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is yet, though. I don't know.
The reason why there may be some truth to it, but there's not enough truth to it is because Regis Prograde, you don't got a major promotional company behind you. There ain't enough money. I love Regis Prograde, but nigga, there ain't enough money behind you to be talking about Nigga, Teofimo running from me.
It ain't about the money. It's about the belt. See, and this is what we disagree. Because
it's always about the money, nigga. It's the business.
Ain't no way Teofimo Sr. can come out talking the shit that he be talking. And you know, whether he drunk, high, regardless. And we know how he get. We know. And then no disrespect. No disrespect to Teofimo Sr. But I'm saying this man came out and he said himself, we want Regis Pro. And this, what he said was, we want Regis Progresse. Or whatever. He didn't even say the man's last name the right way. He didn't even say it the right way, but he said that's the fight we want. And then
but when marketing, they know they can't make. I'm like, Top Rank's not gonna make a deal for a Regis Progress fight.
But Regis is signed with who is Regis is signed with either.
I think it's DeBella.
Yeah, I believe it's. But we've seen DeBella do business over there. You know what I'm saying? We've seen DeBella do business.
But the fighter has. I'm like, let's be real. I'm like, Regis Progress is not a draw. No one like. I love Regis Progress, but no one is checking for him, bro.
Man,
one is checking for him.
Ain't nobody checking for Tio then. If we gonna say that, who checking for Tio?
Come on, man. Come on.
Man, stop, bro. Stop.
Come on, bro. If look. Let's be all right. Supposedly, Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall got postponed again because Josh Taylor got injured.
Now, can I'm gonna prove my point?
You telling me Top Rank ain't in the back rubbing their hands like Birdman saying
I'm
Taylor versus Teofimo is a fight to make?
Hold on. Well, Josh Taylor, he according to him, he fucked up his plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not disputing his injury. I'm just saying
but
it's convenient that Teofimo is available, and all of a sudden a fight that's probably not going to be as lucrative money wise in Jack Catterall versus Josh Taylor too. Josh Taylor gets injured. Like, you telling me Top Rank ain't in the back rubbing their hands like this is we like the reason why we signed Josh Taylor because we want the Terrence Crawford fight, but we didn't know Terrence Crawford was going to leave. You're not telling me. And they're like, we can make Josh Taylor versus Teofimo. That's the money fight.
But and this is just from what I've heard so far. And I can be wrong about what I'm saying. I can be very wrong. So I have no problem being critiqued on what I'm about to say or wrong about what I'm saying. At this current moment in time, from what I've heard, especially if you go listen to Bob Arum, and with Bob Arum being the individual that he is, old and senile, a motherfucker, and as motherfuckers get old, what they do, they start to tell the truth. One thing I would tell you is my great grandmother, right, Big Mom. When Big Mom, when I was born, well, I ain't gonna say when I was born. When I rocked with Big Mom, you feel me? I was probably, she died when I was going to the 8th grade. Oh no, yeah, she died when I was going to the 9th grade, right? Big Mom, man, one thing she did is from the time I was born to the time I got to the 8th grade, she was the matriarch of the family. She was the oldest motherfucker in the family, right? And you know what she did? Told the motherfucking truth. Know why she told the truth? Because it wasn't shit you was going to be able to do about it. You know what I'm saying? She was who she was, and she was going to tell you how it was. Right, I had the privilege of living with her for, and I'm getting to a point. I know I'm long-winded. I'm getting to a point. I had the privilege of living with her. I seen my great uncles, her children, my great aunts, her children, my grandmother, her child. I seen all of them come through the house, right? And one thing I would tell you about Big Ma is, you come over here. I heard her talk on the phone. You feel me? I rock with her. I was the one. I rock with her. One thing I tell you is the older she got, the more honor she got, and she will tell your ass what it is. And that's where Bob Arum is at this current moment in time in his life. He gonna tell you what it motherfucking is. And so, what I believe right now, I believe it's a better chance. I think Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor, I think that fight has to happen, especially with the I thought Catterall beat him the first fight. That was my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. But I thought it was a close fight. I did have Catterall winning it. But I believe that at this current moment in time, with him being stripped of the belts, the way he being stripped of them, right, and then the belts being controlled right now by the PBC, because you got to look, Ponce with the PBC, he has a belt. Regis has a belt. Regis ain't with the PBC. He kind of a freelancer. And so if I'm in top rank position, I want my fighter to fight that freelancer to go after that title. And who's the best individual at this current moment in time at top rank? Teofimo Lopez. And the reason I say
you agreeing with me? What? You did that whole circle to agree with me, nigga? I thought you was about to disagree with me.
No, that's what I told you. What I said from the beginning.
I was ready to disagree. I'm like, wait, nigga, this nigga, he's agreeing with me.
I told you I wasn't. I told you from the beginning I wasn't disagreeing. I told you that.
Yeah, no, that's the first. Usually you be doing the whole thing to this. I'm like, damn, this nigga agreeing with me. Go ahead.
No, we agree. We agree that's the fight that should happen. The problem is that with at this current moment in time, that fight is promised to somebody else.
Who?
Catterall.
Can I? So this is where it's like I understand he's promised to him, but big bank take little bank every time. Catterall don't got nobody backing him, where a promise actually means something.
Man, I ain't know what my only problem is this, and I don't disagree. My only problem is ain't no way they done already tried to make this fight happen. This fight was supposed to happen until
the fight would have never happened if Josh Taylor didn't accept it. This is what a lot of people don't. No, let me say this: a lot of people don't realize Catterall versus Taylor rematch. It was never going to be in place. The only reason it ended up being put in place is because Josh Taylor at the time, he didn't have nobody to fight. Because a lot of people don't remember Josh Taylor signed with Top Rank. One of the biggest motivations he signed with Top Rank.
Hold on real quick. Are you saying the first fight? You saying the first fight?
No. I'm talking about the second fight, the rematch.
Why wouldn't the rematch happen? Okay, go ahead. Talk about it. I want to hear it. Go ahead. I just want to be clear.
Going to happen because Josh Taylor said himself that the rematch is going to happen. He said himself, I'm not going to fight Jack Catterall again. If Jack Catterall wants to fight me, you can go ahead and move up if you want to, and it won't be for the belts, but I'm not going to fight you. I'll rewatch the fight millions of times, or not millions, but 2-3 times. I won clearly. I remember making videos on this. Josh Taylor went on a tirade, whatever the fuck the word is, where he continuously said, I've won the fight. There's no reason for me to fight him again. The only reason why he ended up fighting him again is because he had no one to fight, because a lot of people don't remember Josh Taylor signed with Top Rank. Josh Taylor signed with Top Rank because his goal and his eye was on Terrence Crawford. He went to sign with Top Rank, have one more fight at 140, and he went to move to 147 to fight Terrence Crawford. Top Rank did not know that Terrence Crawford was going to end up saying, I don't want to not only resign with you, but I want to sue you. And that's why I laugh at a lot of people.
I'm skipping the ship.
I'm not skipping the ship. That's a fact. I'm
not saying you. I'm saying Bud he jumped ship when So that's all I'm saying. When
he didn't jump ship, he was a free agent. He just decided not to resign. Bob, he was so confident. Bob thought he was going to resign, and he thought Bob thought Terrence Crawford was going to resign, and he was going to use Josh Taylor. I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but he was going to use Josh Taylor to come up to 147 to fight Terrence Crawford, and thought he'd be able to take the belts. And now he got the white man in position. He did not know Terrence Crawford was going to say, I'm not re-signing with you, because the majority of Terrence Crawford's career, he resigned with Bob. He did not know he was not only going to not resign with him, but then also sue him. When that happened, that's when you saw Josh Taylor now all of a sudden stuck. And he not only said, I'm not going to 147, I'm going to stay at 140, because a lot of people don't remember, before Terrence Crawford made that decision, Josh Taylor decided to drop a couple of belts at 140. People do not remember this, and they don't pay attention to this.
He didn't drop. He got stripped of those belts.
He dropped the belts. He got stripped purposely. He chose. I'm like, you don't get stripped of belts without choosing to do so as a fighter. You know when you're going to get stripped because you're choosing not to take certain fights.
My God.
Taylor has made it. There's interviews, like there's report, like there's camera work where Josh Taylor is talking to Terrence Crawford.
Bro, he ain't fought in a year.
That's my point. It's like you're not understanding. There's a reason why he didn't. The reason, like, just go back and look at interviews. Just look at interviews. Look at
Let me
what
just ask
Taylor's.
this. Let me
Look at
just
what
ask this.
Taylor said. I'm like, this is how I know people don't follow boxing outside of U.S. Josh Taylor is not a U.S. fighter, so people didn't know about Josh Taylor before
I
he
fought with
signed
Josh
with Top
Taylor.
Rank.
I fought with Josh Taylor.
I follow UK, like nigga. One of my main fan bases starting this channel was UK because I'm such a big UK fan with boxing. A lot of people don't understand. The only reason why Josh Taylor decided to sign with a U.S. promotional company was because his plan was to move up to 147 and he wanted to
And
fight
fight
Crawford.
Bud.
That was his whole plan. It's documented. Yeah, just do your research.
I'm not. I hadn't disagreed. I hadn't disagreed with any of it. All I'm saying is that when that fight was not available, right? That's what it seemed like. Which, in my
No,
opinion,
they found out later. It's like, no, it's not seem it wasn't available because Crawford chose not to resign. When that happened, that's when Josh Taylor literally was questioned, are you going to take the rematch with Jack Catterall now? And when he was asked that, he told them, no, I'm not.
so
He
Flu, I
said,
gotta ask a question. Are you saying that Bud ducked? Did he duck Josh Taylor? Are you
how
saying
can you
that?
duck someone who's not at your weight class?
I'm just asking what you're saying. I'm just
I'm not
asking.
saying that. That's weird that you taking it that way. How can you duck someone that's not your weight class?
I never said that. I'm asking you once again. I never said that. I'm asking. The
No,
reason
I
I'm
don't even
asking,
know how you. No, I'm like, I'm not. I don't even know how what I just said. You taking that Terrence Crawford duck Josh Taylor.
I didn't say
You
that.
telling me he didn't re-sign with someone and sue someone for a certain amount of money because he wanted to avoid Josh Taylor?
No, that's not what I never said that. I never said
That's what you
any
just
of
asked.
that.
If you're saying Terrence Crawford ducked Josh Taylor, you're saying he didn't re-sign with Bob Arum and Top Rank because he didn't want to fight Josh Taylor. That's what you're telling me.
What I'm asking, no, I'm not. I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking. I'm asking questions because I want. And once again, I was talking to my brother R.
Nobody's
West.
ducking Josh Taylor. We just programmed. Barely lost a split decision to him at
I
140.
was I was talking with me and my brother R. West. We talked about you earlier tonight, right? And guess what we said? I swear to God, this is a true story. You are, and once again, I think you would tell me, or I think you would agree with me. I always, hey, I'm gonna go head to head with motherfuckers on anything. But I think you would agree that I do know UK boxing to some degree, but I do defer to you as far as UK boxing goes. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm a UK. I'm like, I've loved UK
You,
boxing
I
just as
look
much
at
as I
you as
love
an
US
official.
boxing.
I look at you as and I think you know UK boxing better than I do. I always think I know boxing, bro. And you talk to me, so you know what I think. But I think you are the one of the aficionados. You know shit that I don't be knowing about. You feel me?
I had when
And
Yard lost to Lennon Arthur, and I said Yard won that. Like, you don't know how many UK people came in. Like, you American, you don't know shit. Da, da, da. I just said, watch what happens in the rematch. Y'all don't know because UK judges shit differently. UK is pretty, so
but
UK you can win a fight off of just using your jab the entire time.
and this is where I want to go with this whole conversation. Although the at this current moment in time, according to Josh Taylor, he got a plantar fascia injury. You know what I'm saying? So he's not gonna be able to fight at this current moment in time.
Can I
I
argue
don't
this
have.
though? Is plantar fasciitis at this, or, I hate saying the word is hard, but I'm like, is that
I
really an
don't even know
injury
how to.
nowadays in 2023?
First things first. I'm not sure how to say this shit either. The second thing is for somebody to miss a fight. I
Okay,
haven't heard
that's
of it. I have not heard of that. I haven't
oh,
heard
oh.
of it.
Well, let me educate you. This is actually a long run. Like, this is something that a lot of like runners deal with this.
No,
Football
I know
players
what it
deal with
is.
this.
I know what the
Basketball
injury.
players deal with this.
I know what the injury is.
It's
I
not an
know the
injury though. You know how you deal with it? Put some
stretching.
motherfucking soles in
Yeah,
your cleats, shoes,
yeah,
whatever the case is. If you
and
need to take
stretch.
cortisone shot, take the cortisone shot. But nigga, that's not going to keep you from taking a fight.
But and for him to say it, I'm still kind of confused. To be honest, I'm confused. I don't.
By the
I
way,
and
if anyone doesn't know, I can't remember who it is. Whatever belt he has, they're looking into the injury. They said he has to provide medical proof.
I think he got the WBO. But does he have the
Yeah, so I think it's the WBO. They're
WBO?
saying you need to provide medical proof, Josh Taylor. That's what they
Ooh,
said.
Well, hell, they asked for the same thing. We seen they asked for the same thing for Mel
Jamal.
Charlo.
Yeah.
They asked
And
for the
you
same.
see it's Tony Harrison versus Tim Tszyu now, right?
Man, Tim Zoot, he gonna get his ass whooped by Tony Harrison, bro.
I love Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison was one of my favorite fighters. Please, if we
Man,
Tony,
this brother
please
can
Tony,
box.
please Tony, cut this show up as Tony, man. This is your fight, bro. You could get your rematch
Man,
with Mel. I love Mel. Mel's one of my favorite fighters, but Tony.
I want that third see this is this is why me and you rock, bro. This is why me and you rock is because I want that third fight, bro. I in my personal opinion, you know what I'm saying, until Tony Harrison got clipped and respectfully to Tony Harrison.
Respectfully to though. Remember he started clowning.
Let me finish.
I'm sorry. I love Tony so much.
Let me finish.
Y'all look at that reaction 3 years ago. I remember I was with my guys. I was going like niggas like chill out. I was so hurt, bro. Tony started like, go ahead, my bad.
Now go ahead, finish up. Now you go cut me off. Finish up.
I'm sorry, man. That's like you don't understand, man. I love
no. Respectfully,
favorite fighters, bro. I was so hurt. Like I love Mel. Like Jamal Charlo, I'm not a fan of, but Mel, I'm such a fan of. But Tony, man, that shit hurt my heart so much because he should have won that fight, and he just started clowning after the 6th, 7th round, and it's just like, bro, why are you? So I'm like, I know if we get the Tony Harrison, we know. Tim Tszyu doesn't have a chance. Tim Tszyu, his boxing level is not even close to Tony.
Brother.
I just don't know what Tony we gonna get.
Wait a minute. It don't matter what, and this is my opinion. This is just an opinion. It don't matter what Tony we get. This is why I say this. Listen to me. I watched Terrell Goucher, right? And mind you, I will say this. Terrell Goucher is a decent fighter. He's decent.
No Tony. He's not even close to Tony.
He's not close. I watched this man knock Tim Tszyu down in the first round and then proceed to fight off the back foot and make it a close ass fight. Tony Harrison, his skill set is triple Terrell Goucher. Respectfully.
Terrell Goucher is a very solid fighter, like you said. He is not Tony. Tony is a fuck man. I love Tony, man. One of my favorite fighters, bro. I love Tony Harrison.
With this
Detroit,
fight taking
boy.
place, all I'm gonna say is this. All I'm gonna say is with this fight taking place, in my personal opinion, I'm a Mel Charlo fan. Once again, I had Tony Harrison beating his ass until he got stopped, bro. In the second fight. In the first fight, we saw what happened. Tony Harrison won the fight, bro.
I know. He won the first fight.
And I had him winning the second fight until he got stopped.
That's why I love, but that's what made me have so much respect for Mel, where it's like
Mel got heart.
Mel does have that dog in him.
He got that dog in him, bro.
But what makes me love Mel even more is because they make it seem like Jamal is the one who has the dog in him. Where Jamal, he lost to
he don't even fight
Matt
Beterbiev. He don't even Maul don't fight nobody, bro.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm like Maul. He got took in 12 rounds by a dude named Brandon Adams, who did a contender series for Showtime, where it's not even a series anymore. And then he lost to Matt Beterbiev, a guy who hadn't fought in a couple years.
Maul never lost. Maul has never lost. Maul is undefeated.
I know he's never lost as far as his record, but if you watch the fight, he struggled and could have possibly lost to Brandon Adams, a dude who was in a contender series where they were Showtime was trying to copy what the UFC was doing.
Agreed.
And he came from that little reality TV series. Jamal got tested from Brandon Adams. We haven't heard from him since.
And then
he lost to Matt Beterbiev. Tell me he didn't lose to Matt Beterbiev.
No, I didn't think he lost that fight.
Come on, man. He got worked, bro.
I disagree. That
boy lost. He lost by at least 3 to 4 rounds, man. Rewatch that. Beterbiev put that work on that boy. Jamal Charlo is not a boxer.
Matt Beterbiev is a decent fighter, bro. I thought.
Oh, he's not. He's old.
Let me rephrase it. He was.
That's
what I said. Let me rephrase it.
Nigga came back from not fighting for 2 years and then gave Jamal Charlo the toughest test of his life.
I didn't think that was a close fight. Bro. Like I scored that fight, I believe 8 or 8-4 or something like that, bro. Like
I couldn't even stop Gervonta.
I will go back and watch it. You feel me? And score it again. But
I might be a
at,
hater too. It's like I can't
at,
stand Jamal. I can't.
at
I
this
hate how
at
much
this
people love him.
no, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of Maul at all. I'm not a fan of him at
Niggas
all.
to this day talk about the Erickson Lubin fight. Like that's like man, like bro, like that was like one. Like come on, man.
All right, we're gonna move forward. We're gonna.
I know. We going into all types of shit.
Respectfully. I don't want to go, and we don't even know when Maul gonna fight. The man ain't fought in damn near a
2 years.
Yeah, and it's 18. He need to be stripped.
They're
Respectfully
not
to
going
him.
to though. PBC got
Nah,
that power, boy.
man, they need to strip the shit out of it. All right, let's move forward. Let's move.
But real quick, like we jumped a little bit, but I do want to just real quick. I do want to ask you on this when it comes to Josh Taylor's situation. With Josh Taylor supposedly postponing the fight, you know what I'm saying, that he was supposed to have with Catterall.
He need to be stripped as well.
Do you think that fight's going to happen? Do you think this is all a setup? Because me personally, I think this is all planned and orchestrated. I think Top Rank is looking to make Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor. I think that's the fight to make. I don't think it's Regis Prograis because Regis Prograis is not within the promotion. Like, as much as I love Regis Prograis, he is just not a draw. A lot of people do not pay attention to Regis Prograis. I think the fight to make is Josh Taylor versus Teofimo. So, like, what do you think on that?
I disagree. Well, as a boxing fan, right? Just love, and you know we love the sport. As an individual loving the sport, hell nah, bro. T.O. and especially when you had T.O. Senior coming out, he might have been drunk at the time. Respectfully to him, he might have been drunk. But what he said we want Regis. What do you call him? Progresse or some shit.
Some weird shit.
He didn't call him Regis Prograis. We were like,
bro, like, how do you even pronounce it that way? I'm like, his name don't even look like that.
I was listening. I was like, I'm not sure who he. Oh, he's talking about. Okay, I got it. It took me a second because of it, but because of that, you know, man. But what we've seen is it seemed like that fight was available. And they didn't want to take that fight. That's what it seemed like right now. From some of
everything is still up in the air, though. There's no because like this is how I look at it. Teofimo is sitting back. He has the option of Regis Prograis. This is speculation, but I think he has the option of Josh Taylor. Like those are his two like top options right now. So you have to look at it. What's more of a threat to Teofimo? Is it Regis Prograis or is it Josh Taylor?
Nigga, neither one of those ain't no options for him. The reason I say that, this is the only reason I say it. When I watched T.O. in his last two fights,
those are both tough fights for him.
Man, come on now. Camp, well, you tell me the brother name. You'll say it better than I will.
Camp. Yeah. Campa.
That's supposed to be a tough fight.
But let me ask you this though, because I'm like,
no. Answer the question first, and then you ask me. Answer the question, then ask me. Was that supposed to be a tough fight for T.O.?
Nah. Every fight he's had since he moved up to 140 is supposed to be him establish himself at the 140 division. But what is actually done is show that you're actually undersized at the 140 division.
He's not the goods. He's not the goods in the division. It is it is.
He's not a great boxer. That's the problem. It's like at 135,
he had power.
You were a solid boxer, but your power made up for it. Moving up to these bigger guys, you're not able to get him out there with the power. So now you got to box. He is not that good of a boxer.
Man, that's sad. And that's the exact reason he didn't want to fight Devin. He didn't want to fight Devin because
let's not even go that far. I'm like, Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor is problems for him because Regis Prograis, what's he gonna do? He gonna be like, hey, I'm a dog. Let's get in the middle. What's good? What is Josh Taylor gonna be like? I don't care what nobody says about Josh Taylor. He had a tough fight with Jack Catterall. Jack Catterall is actually a solid fighter, but
Jack Catterall can
people
fight,
don't want to talk about him. Yeah.
Fight.
But I'm like, Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis is terrible matchups for Teofimo because the opportunity to counterpunch will not be there.
It's not there, bro. They bigger, longer than him, and they're better boxers than him, bro. And this, man, it is sad and I will tell you, I'll be honest with you. Until T.O. went on the whole T.O. and T.O. Senior, until they went on the whole Triller trip and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The year shit, pushing fights. And I'm not blaming them for it, but until that happened with Cambosis, I was sitting there like, nah, hell no, you should be fighting Devin right now, bro. Like, this is the prime time for you to fight Devin. If you think you the goods, get him out of there. You know, I think Devin the goods. I believe you think Devin the goods. And so, hey, that's the fight I wanted to see was Tio and Devin. Because I'm like, hey, man, this is your opportunity. You done went and beat this dude. You feel me? You beat Lomachenko, and you got 3 of the 4 belts. Go ahead. And although you calling yourself undisputed, which I didn't respect, I still don't respect it. We know that Devin was the real WBC champion. Go and fight Devin, then, bro. Make that fight happen. That's the fight I wanted to see. And then you pull Cambosis looking for a easy fight. You know what I'm saying? You thought it was gonna be an easy match, and you got your ass whooped by Cambosis, bro. That's what happened.
I still, as much as I'm like, we can't talk our shit about that. I still gotta. I'm like, we just talking about Virgil. I was like, Teofimo did have that problem going into it. It's like he didn't turn down the fade. He did. Like me personally, I think Teofimo does have the goods. I just think he doesn't have the right people around him to make sure that he can capitalize off of his potential because he's still very young. But I just think
his father is the problem. What you telling me?
Yeah, man. I'm like, there's a difference. Like it's funny. Like we were just talking about.
We agree.
Real quick, we were just talking about yesterday with Chris Ube Jr. Right? His biggest problem is he didn't listen to his father.
Agreed.
That's because Chris Ube Jr. was a fuck it. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a legend in the UK, rightfully so. Now you look at the opposite with Teofimo Lopez. You listen to everything your father says, and he ain't done shit in boxing. I'm not saying that's a problem. You have to find the balance.
Thanks.
You have to find the balance, and there's no balance with Teofimo. It's like you have a lot of problems, God. Like if you getting caught with a check hook from Sandra Martin at 140, my God.
Somebody who don't have no power, not carrying no power.
What you think gonna happen with Regis Prograis Josh Taylor?
Man, they gonna fuck you up. Man, they gonna fuck him. Bro, you tell me. So let me ask this. I'm gonna ask you straight up. At 140 right now, right? Name any of the top guys that you believe Teofimo can beat at this current moment in time at 140. The top guys. And if you want me to name, I'll name the top guys that I'm talking about. But I believe you know who I'm talking about.
I'm trying to think who we would beat. I don't want to sound disrespectful to Teofimo. We're talking about 135. It's a different decision. It's a different conversation. But 140.
He's right at 140 right now. So who does he beat in that division? We seen him go tooth and nail with. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought that Sandor Martin had a much better showing than I expected from him against Teofimo Lopez.
What do you think Regis Prograis does against Sandor Martin?
And he stops him.
Josh Taylor. Yeah. Shit, no, fuck that. What do you think Jack Catterall does against Sandor Martin? Respectfully, Sandor Martin is a solid fighter, but I'm like,
Sandor Martin can fight. You know what I'm saying? But
he can box. Let's say this. He can box.
He can box. He can box. Agreed. He don't have power. His footwork is, in my opinion, average.
Yeah, it's there. He knows how to survive.
But my problem is Tio, bro, you weren't able to cut the ring off and apply your pressure the way I expected you to, and you was getting caught with check hooks all night, bro. Like Teofimo got caught with check hooks all night. I thought Sandor Martin won that fight. Who you thought won that fight?
I thought Teofimo won by like a round. It was close.
I had it, and I'll give you that because I had it 7-5. Sandor Martin, but I don't. Even if it was a draw or if you have Teofimo winning by a round, I'm not mad at that because there were a couple swing rounds there. But I think the thing with
Teofimo is he has no boxing fundamentals in the sense of when this doesn't work, this is what I can now use.
What do I go to
win the fight?
What do I go to when my original shit don't work?
Where can I lean on? And that's why I say it's all about boxing. This is why I love this switch and it works for me. This is why I love Anthony Yarde so much.
And
Is
we got to
because
talk about, and that's what we need to talk about. That's what we need to talk
but
about.
that's why I love him so much, because he was able to identify against Kovalev. He was like, well, when my shit didn't work, my respect to Tony Ajay, I really have nothing but respect for what you did with Anthony Yarde and be able to get him to the point he was without, amateur career, etc., or extensive amateur career. But he realized in that moment, like, oh, when my shit that I'm used to using doesn't work, I don't have a backup plan,
What the fuck do
right?
I do? Yeah.
And that's what makes the greats, right? Now, obviously, what makes the greats is that shit is kind of instinctively, that's built coming up. When it comes in later, it does make it harder for you to succeed. But I give a lot of props to Anthony R saying, Tony Jai, you got me where I am, but I need to bring somebody else in so they can teach me. And that's the difference between someone like Anthony Yard, and y'all hate him as much, and Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, he
I don't
brings
hate
a whole
Anthony
new.
Yarde.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm talking about like how, like the majority of how people see
Okay.
Anthony Yard. I'm like, Anthony Joshua, he totally scraps his team and brings someone in new when he tries to learn something new. It's not about that. No, you want to have your
Wait a minute,
basis.
real quick. AJ, he don't just scrap his team; he scrap his entire team and talk to 6 different individuals to figure out what the fuck you be like, bro. Come on, you
Like,
gotta
why are you
pick.
talking to
You
so
gotta
many
pick a
different
trainer
people,
eventually,
bro?
bro. You gotta pick a trainer eventually, bro.
Yeah,
Come
yeah, yeah.
on, man.
But
And
they
then,
still love AJ. They love him.
but then he picked the trainer. He picked, I believe it was Robert Garcia.
Robert
He
Garcia, and
picked,
then he gets
he
rid of the
picked,
nigga tonight with
and
Derrick
then got
James.
rid of him. Like, wait, hold on. And then now I believe he with Derrick James. I'm sitting here like, hold on, bro. Hold on, wait a minute. So
How
you
much you think
telling
you're
me?
gonna learn in a year, my nigga?
Yeah, exactly. Say it again. Say that again,
How much you think you're gonna learn in a year, my nigga?
brother.
Any
You not
profession that has
come
to do with
on,
experience,
Lord have
what are you
mercy,
gonna learn in a year?
bro. I'm worried about Anthony. Let me ask that, because I want to get to
That's why they're
Anthony
trying to
Yard.
match him up. That's why they're trying to match him up with Jermaine Franklin.
Do you know Jermaine Franklin like that? I don't know him like that.
This is why I've been saying 2023 is going to be one of the worst. It was funny, like, bro, I was watching that Oscar De La Hoya interview, and like I stopped and went on a rant, like 2023 is going to be a terrible year for boxing. And then as soon as I started back up, Oscar De La Hoya was like, I think 2023 is going to be one of the better years for boxing. And as soon as he said that, I said, oh, that confirmed it for me right there.
Yeah,
It's
that
going to be
shit
some
gonna be
bullshit.
horrible. It's gonna be.
It's going to be some bullshit.
So
I'm
hold
like,
on. Wait. Let me. Do you know Franklin? Do you know him like that?
nah, I didn't know about him until he was gonna fight Dillian White, and I did my research, and like he's just a he's an average American heavyweight boxer. He knows how to box, but he doesn't really like he's heavier than he should be. He doesn't take
I don't know the dude,
his fitness seriously because he shouldn't be fighting at heavyweight. He should probably be a cruiserweight.
but he just
Um,
big as hell.
but I'm like he just knows how to box. So it's like when it comes to boxing, your physical fitness doesn't matter as much if you know how to box.
So let me ask let me ask this question. Did you know who Johnny Rice was?
No.
Okay. So I me and this is just me watching boxing. I knew who Johnny Rice was because I seen him fight in multiple fights. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I know who Johnny Rice is, and I've seen him interview multiple times as well. So I know more about him than I know about James Franklin, and I'm leaning on you, Flu. One thing I was talking to my brother R. West. And I said, man, we would like I told you this, we were talking about you, and I said, goddamn, one thing about my brother Flu, and always he was like, man, that nigga know that UK boxing, he know boxing, but he specializes in the UK style. And what I told you, I lean on you for your UK knowledge because although I follow it, I can speak to it. I can speak to Anthony Yarde, right? I can speak to him. I can speak to different individuals, but
Love Yard, man. I follow Yard for about 5 years now, man. I remember when I was following Yard and niggas talking
man,
shit to me.
Talk about it, man.
They said he was a YouTube boxer, but I never understood because I'm like, y'all love Anthony Joshua. He has the same upbringing. Like the nigga was like 21. He was homeless. He was outside of a boxing gym. Tundi Ajay came outside. Was like, yo, like, come in, you know what I'm saying? Let me give you a place to stay. He started boxing in his gym. He was like, yo, you got something. He did maybe like 5 to 10 amateur fights and he went pro. And like that's why I love Tevin Farmer so much. Like I love those stories so much because I don't know, it's just weird to me. But like people hate Yard for some reason in the UK. But this particular fight with Beterbiev, it's happening in the UK. That's why a lot of people aren't paying attention to it in the US because a lot of people in the US don't really care about Beterbiev as well. But not even just
and I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Beterbiev. I love Beterbiev, respectfully. I think he the goods. I think
he overrated.
Okay, good. And this is why I love your opinion. Break it down for and what is he? 38, right? Is he 38? 38? I believe
37 going on 38.
There we go. And Yarde is what, 31?
32.
Okay.
31, 32. 31, 32.
I'm always a year off sometimes. But
you go here right there.
No, but my thing is I'm a fan of Anthony Yarde. I like Anthony Yarde. You know what I'm saying? My problem is man.
We don't have experience. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would not be surprised if Beterbiev does end up stopping Yarde, but
I got a seventh round stoppage, bro. I got a 7th round stoppage.
I wouldn't be surprised by that, but I'm like, I'm a root for Yarde, and I got Yarde for the win simply just because I'm like, this nigga didn't have to take this fight.
Now stop all that. We not gonna do that. I agree.
He didn't have to. He was in a position where he had to take this fight against Beterbiev. He did not have to take this fight.
We agree. But I'm gonna stop you. The reason I'm gonna stop you is because the fight has been made. So now I want to hear who wins the fight. Who wins between Yarde and Beterbiev, and how does that fight play out in your opinion? So, hey man, next time you take a shot, let me know so I can take a shot respectfully.
Well, I'm not saying I'm like, well, I don't got like hard liquor. I'm just sipping on some shit. So I'm getting lit, but
so you taking shots of margaritas? That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, I got. I don't know what this shit is. Like a little. Man, I'm opening up my last can right here. I'm like, when I'm through with this last can, nigga, I'm out of this bitch.
I like I told you, bro. I swear to God, bro. I was talking to my grandmother.
Don't call me Fluence for nothing. Y'all know I didn't. By the way, so y'all know I didn't call myself Fluence, nigga. Niggas been calling me Fluence since I was 16. It was really because I'm not gonna tell y'all my government name. Y'all probably hear it one time. Like Zim was on here, he actually slipped up, but it used to be D-Fluence. You know what I'm saying? Since I was like 15 years old, like Fluence ain't some shit I gave myself, nigga. I ain't a nigga to give myself a nickname, nigga. Like I've been Fluence for a long time.
Bruh, guess why I fuck. Not the only reason, this is not the only reason, but one of the reasons I fuck with you because after I get off with you, I'm taking my ass to sleep. And one thing that I've always, well, not always, but recently had a problem with is jumping on late night panels. I'm not doing it no more. Like I told you, I fuck with you. And so when you stop, I stop now. And I appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate you because I've been getting so much more sleep, rest, and that shit is beautiful.
You get older, bro. That shit mean everything, nigga.
Yeah. Bro, I mean, look. So I jump on a
shit might change up. So Dub. I'm like, right now, y'all know. I'm like my situation, but I'm like I said, it's like a 2 months. So I'm like, when I get back to it, I'm like, there is going to be a point where I'm back. It ain't gonna be the phone situation. I'm gonna be back with the camera, the mic, all that stuff. Shit may change a little bit then, but I'm like,
hey,
y'all be ready for that switch up. It's finna go crazy.
It can change. I ain't got no problem with it. All I'm saying is. I love at least I know when I come over here, I ain't arguing with 7 motherfuckers, and it's probably gonna get to that. I'm not gonna hold you. It's probably gonna get to.
That's what I'm saying. It's like as we keep doing this shit, especially when we get to the point where I'm back.
It's gonna be
on the regular shit and how shit's gonna look. We'll probably have some days like that, but I'm hoping when it comes to that point, like. I'm starting the lives earlier. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna just jump off that hole and be like, "Hey, bro, I'm out. I'm taking my ass to sleep, bro. I feel like I'm still young. You feel me? I'm 34. I feel like
I'm still young, bro. In reality, it's like we feel like we getting older, but in reality, we is still young. Because I'm like, bro, we got so much life. Ahead of it, it's like we so used to being young, like a certain young, to us, like we never thought. Well, it's not like never thought, but it's like, damn, we at that age we used to say it was old, but it's like this shit ain't even old, nigga. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't feel old, but
hell no, nigga.
Then
I don't feel old at all, but the number might be some shit.
But
Like, you
then
know, when a
there's
nigga ain't paid no bills in the minute, like they ain't been recently, but like when you ain't paid bills in the minute, it's like, nigga, I don't feel like I owe that much. And you look at the bill, you like, damn, I owe that much. That's how you feel when you get older, nigga.
man, hey, my shit on auto pay, so I need all my shit paid on time. You
Talk
feel
about
me?
my broke days, nigga. Like when you broke
I
and you
feel.
be like, hold
Hey,
on, I'm just gonna let this shit kind of ride. And you be like, I don't owe
hey,
that much. And you see it, you
hey.
like, damn, I owe that much. It's like you don't even
Look,
realize. It's like the same thing when you get older, nigga.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Fuck around, the lights, the motherfucker get turned off. You be like, hold on, wait a minute, whoa. Let
Yeah,
me.
you be like, wait, what the
Then,
fuck? I could have swore I had like, you know what I'm saying, like a month to pay this shit. Like, damn, it accumulated like that.
look, you gonna
That's
pay this.
getting old, y'all. That's
You
how
go,
that should be.
you go pay this shit. The shit come right back on, bro. You be like,
Yeah.
all right, I can't do this shit no more, bro. I
Like you
can't
have
do.
a birth, you have a
Hey,
birthday, you be like, nigga, I'm chilling, and all of a sudden you're like, damn, nigga, like, oh wait, hold up, nigga, when I turn this age, nigga, like,
I still be forgetting. On my birthday, I be like, I have to go count. I'm 88, baby, 88, right? I got to go back and count my years to make sure I'm the right age, bro. I'm like, my son asked me, he was like, Daddy, how old you is? I was like, I'm somewhere between 33 and 35.
you shouldn't even tell
I'll
him
let
when
you.
he, look, I'm gonna give you a secret. When he asks you like how old you is, you just look at that nigga and be like, nigga, I'm young and fun, nigga. Fuck it. Like, nigga, you don't need to know the number, nigga. Just know I'm still out here thriving, nigga. Fuck the number.
Oh man. All right,
Right.
now moving back though, moving back. When we go to Yard versus Beterbiev, whatever we
Beterbiev,
call
yeah.
it,
You the
whatever y'all
one who
want.
got me saying his name right. It's funny because now you're saying it wrong, but it's like you
No,
was
no,
the
no,
one
no.
like 'cause I used to say Beterbiev, but it was like it is Beterbiev. That's how
I,
you should pronounce it.
if you ever notice when I say the brother name, I say two names. The reason I do it is because
I
I
do the
don't
same
rock with
thing,
so
man.
many people
I do the
that
same thing.
that talk two different languages. You feel me? And so I want to make sure they know who I'm talking about. So you'll hear me say Beterbiev. You'll hear me say that every time
I
because
used
I
to
want
say
you to know who I'm talking about.
Beterbiev every, but it's like that last
I
time
think
we was
it's.
watching the
I
thing, it's like,
believe it.
oh, it's
I believe it's
Beterbiev.
Beterbiev, bro. I believe it's Beterbiev. I believe that.
That's how it is. It's Beterbiev.
But I could be wrong. I can always be
No, no,
wrong.
you're right. It's Beterbiev. I'm telling you. I'm like because I used to say Beterbiev the whole time. I was like, damn. I was watching a little like top rank shit. I was like, oh damn, I've been saying this nigga name wrong the whole time. My bad.
I always remember, you know what I'm saying? When I come through talking, I ain't trying to cap. I ain't capping like that. You feel me? So, but my thing is Anthony Yard, bro, he gonna have to come to win this fight, right? To win this fight, he gonna have to show me a different level of skill that he's ever showed because he can't go bang. He can't go bang. He can't sit there in the pocket. And the problem is Anthony Yard like to fight in the pocket. He'll fight your ass, bro. Like he will fight you.
Can I tell you something
And
though?
go ahead, go ahead.
So I'm an Anthony Yarde fan. He's actually
Thanks.
not a pocket fighter. He's a counterpuncher. With Tundi Ajayi, so a lot of people don't know. I'm like, well, let me base this. We all love Floyd. How many people have seen Floyd's method of how he fights, utilizing the fight, right in the ring? You haven't seen it much, right? There's
Say that.
different variations of the Philly shell. You had the
Hold on.
Felix Tony.
Hold on. Say that again. Say that one more time so I understand it.
I'm saying a lot of people love Floyd and the way he fights and how he pursues his fight, how he is in the ring, right? We haven't necessarily seen a replication of that. I'm not saying Anthony Yarde is a replication of that, but I'm just saying,
Hold on before we get to Yard? How does Floyd fight in your opinion? How did you see him fight?
well, Floyd created his own style, right? We had the Philly show before Floyd, and then Floyd was able to turn the Philly show into basically, you know what I'm saying, the Mayweather style, right? When it came to how he fought. He was a counterpuncher for the most part. He was a counterpuncher. He was a guy who was able to use his feet. He was a guy who was able to use basically his feet as his defense.
It
He was able to
depends.
use the shoulder roll as his defense.
It depends when he was fighting, though. It depends because
And I'm not. I'm
we
not talking about Pretty Boy Floyd, right? I'm talking about Money Mayweather Floyd. When everyone wanted to talk about, oh, all of a sudden now, you know what I'm saying, people went to change what the Philly shell was into, you know what I'm saying, the Mayweather, whatever the fuck you want to
so
call it.
so when we talk, and I'm gonna give you a couple fights, and I want you to. The only reason I do it is because I've heard I've heard different answers on this question that I'm gonna put out there. So when we talk about Arturo Gatti, right? How did Floyd fight in that fight, in your opinion? How did you see Floyd? Did you see
I'm more
Pretty
aggressive.
Boy? Did you see
was Pretty
Pretty
Boy.
Boy? It was pretty okay. Diego Corrales is cool,
Pretty Boy.
and I'm a fan of Diego. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, Pretty Boy.
Okay, Oscar De La Hoya.
Pretty Boy.
Man, Zab Judah.
Pretty Boy.
Zab Judah, Pretty Boy.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Shane Mosley.
You already know what I'm saying. Shoulder Roy Floyd.
So Money May.
Money Man.
What was the transition for you, in your opinion? Garcia. What's the brother name? I can't think of his first name right now. Garcia. Robert Garcia.
Are you still Money Man? Excuse me, Pretty Boy. Excuse me. I don't think Floyd became.
That's the question. When do you think the transition happened from Money Made to Pretty Boy? And what
He became Money Made specifically when he realized that you don't make your money in the ring. You make it outside.
What fight though? What fight?
That's kind of hard to kind of.
I know, I know it's really hard. It's really hard.
Like, because I'm like, I could easily be wrong with every fight I pinpoint. Like, it's like for me to pinpoint a specific fight, it's really hard. But
Maidana.
Yeah. Oh, that was easily Money Man, easily.
Cotto.
Money.
Let's see who came before.
I would say, like, when he left Top Rank, he turned into Money Man. Now, not every fight after Top Rank was Money Man, but he was making this transition.
Okay. It's just so hard to say when, and I agree there was a transition, and really what we probably saw, there was probably a mixture in a lot of those fights of Pretty Boy with money. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, so you guys know, in my personal opinion, Pretty Boy Floyd was him replicating his uncle. Money Mayweather was him replicating his father. If you guys don't know, go watch it.
I disagree with
Floyd Mayweather Sr. His shoulder roll was absolutely impeccable. The only problem was his shoulder roll wasn't used for defense and counter punching. It was used for him to be able to create his offense. So it's all something that
Roger used it. Roger used the damn shoulder roll, and Roger, he came forward the majority of the motherfucking fights, but
that's my point.
Like Roger used the shoulder roll. Go ahead.
That's my point. He was able. I'm like, Money Mayweather came from his father, so he was able to perfect it. What I mean by that is, his father, he did not use the shoulder roll in a sense of a counterpunching defensive mindset. He used it as a way for him to move forward and create more offense, which allowed him to get hit more. You can see that, like, shoulder roll Philly, like the shoulder roll is a Philly shell. People want to try and make it seem like Floyd Mayweather created the shoulder roll. No, it's a Philly shell. Yeah. You've seen James Toney do it. Like the Philly shell is something that is known and created. The Philly shell is something that is used as a counterpunching way of fighting. Floyd was able to enhance that, where it not only became counterpunching, but it came very efficient mindset as well, where you can also use your feet. Like, he was able to put like everything together and make it his own. So, and I'm not trying to put Anthony Yarde in that position, but I'm like, if you want to see the closest thing to that now with a heavier guy, Anthony Yarde is that guy. And what he realized against Kovalev was, I cannot always counterpunch. When he realized against Lyndon Arthur, and that was kind of a cheat because the UK, like I said, they'll judge somebody being pretty with their jab and they'll give him the fight, even though he definitely didn't lose that first fight against Lyndon Arthur. He can go all the way back 3-4 years ago. I had a lot of UK people coming at me when I said Anthony Yarde won that fight, and I was proven right when Anthony Yarde knocked him out in the second round. He was able to add aspects. By the way, the trainer he brought in, it was Ben Davison. He brought in Ben Davison.
One of Devin's trainers, respect.
Someone who allowed him to, all right, you're a great counterpuncher, but now let's also learn to, if you can't counterpunch, let's be aggressive with your counterpunching. And the one thing I want to say to you, Dub, is Anthony Yarde is not an inside fighter. he came up being a counterpuncher, not that aggressive, because he had power. And he learned from the Kovalev fight and the Lynn Arthur fight. I can't be a
He got
counterpuncher the
knocked.
entire time. I
He,
have to
he got
learn to
knocked
fight
down
in
in
the
both of those
inside, and
fights.
that's what Davison taught him.
But he got knocked down in both of those fights.
But that's my point. He didn't have Davison. He didn't have Davison with the Kovalev fight, and he didn't have Davison for
But
the
but but but
and he
but
didn't
how?
get knocked down for Linda Arthur. Linda Arthur never knocked him down. Never.
Okay,
He barely even touched him. Linda
agree.
Arthur only was able to land a jab on him, barely. He didn't lose that fight. Go watch that fight.
No. The Lennon Arthur fight was a good fight. That was a deep. I ain't gonna say good. It was a decent
Wasn't even
fight.
close. Wasn't even close. Guard won that fight easily. UK robbed him. They wanted Linda Arthur to win that.
Man,
Go watch it. And Kovalev, he was gonna get his ass knocked out. But Tunde Ajayi, his respectfully stupid ass advice was like, let it all go, empty the whole tank, and it was the 8th round.
I don't disagree with that. Anytime you tell a motherfucker to empty the whole tank, motherfucker, we need to be in the 11th or 12th round to say that shit right there.
And then where was he fighting? Where was he fighting Kovalev? He went over to Russia to fight him, bro.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with none of that. I'm not disagreeing. But at the same time, did you see him beat? Did you think he beat Crusher? The Crusher? Hell
He was gonna knock him out. He would have knocked him out. He was beating him. He was beating him that fight. He would have won that fight.
How you got this fight, bro? We gonna talk about the fight then. I hear and no disrespect.
Unbiased.
Hold on. No disrespect. I know you rock with Anthony Yarde
all day, man.
I ain't mad.
Talking about 5 years strong, nigga.
I ain't mad at it.
I was a nigga.
Hold on, brother.
Wait, Dub. Let me say this real quick. Let me talk my shit. I was a nigga on YouTube. Nobody watching my shit, and I was saying, look, the light heavyweight division is going to consist of this in the future, and we're going to see who's going to rise into the top. Anthony Yarde, Joshua Buatsi, Dimitri Bivol, Artur Beterbiev. That's what I was telling people. 5 y'all can go look at it. The only nigga who didn't make it is Buatsi.
Yeah, Buatsi, he all right.
Nah, Eddie Hearn ain't shit. Let's talk about his own fumbling the bag. Y'all niggas is in depth.
I'm not doing promoters tonight. We can and we should do that. We need to have a show on promoters, bro. We need to talk about that. But I just my question is this.
Salute Lewis Coleman.
Shout out to Lewis Coleman in the building, man. God bless you, bro. Much love to hit the motherfucking like button, nigga. What you talking about?
We ain't gonna be on that much longer. We getting into the but yo, go ahead.
Nah, hell no. Hey, I got about hey, I'm gonna rock for a second, but I ain't rocking long, bro. I'm about to take my
same here. I got some food waiting for me, nigga.
And I got
weekday, y'all.
I gotta change.
We old niggas.
You know I gotta change the subject. Let's get into this real quick. I gotta change the subject because we gotta talk about these TV shows, right? We gotta talk about them. The reason being,
this nigga still ain't found this shit.
Bro, I still hadn't found it, bro. I swear to God, I've been looking. I put it on everything I love, bro. I've been looking for evil, bro. I've been looking for this shit.
Did you Google it, bro?
Nah, I just been looking on Cody and shit. You feel me? And so
don't look on the site. Just Google evil. It's gonna pop up. It's gonna show the nigga from Luke Cage with a white bitch.
And no. I told your ass to send me the motherfucking link and shit so I can figure this shit out.
It'll be late as fuck when we get done with the live stream. Like the only thing I be thinking about is warming up my food and watching TV, my nigga.
You can send this shit now, bro. Like while we talking and
nigga, I'm not thinking like nigga, that's a lot, man.
Yeah, man. So what you're telling me is the show really ain't that good. And I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna hold you.
I definitely ain't saying that. That's cap.
This is what I'm gonna tell you right here. I swear to God, this is everything I love. I went today, bro. I'm looking. I swear, bro. I look for that motherfucker. I'm like, God damn, bro. The nigga telling me this is a show evil, bro. I'm looking for this motherfucker. I cannot find it. I can't find this shit, bro. And I'm trying to
give you game right now, bro. All that looking on apps and shit. I've never fucked with apps in my life.
Well, that's why I'm telling your ass to send me the link so I can get the motherfucker and not have to
This
do
is
it.
why
That's
you
what I'm
making
telling
me mad. I'm like, nigga, if you go on Google and you just type that shit in, it will be the first thing that pops up. It'll be evil TV show, my nigga.
you. And then how I'm gonna watch it? How I'm gonna watch it then?
You gotta figure out what app you gotta pick. Cause I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, you watch everything off apps. I don't watch apps. I don't buy apps or nothing like that. Like, I'm a like, nigga. I know the site. Like, I'm that nigga. Who, like, when I was a young
You
nigga, I
told
bootlegged everything. So I don't buy apps.
no nigga. You told me what you told me was I'm gonna send you the motherfucking streaming site that I stream the shit from, and I said cool. I don't stream shit, but if you send it to me, here's my email. I sent you my motherfucking email. Is that a fact or no? Is that a fact or no, bro? Am I lying?
I
Am I
just
lying?
dropped it. You see that joint right there? That's where I stream all my shit. That's where I watch all my shit right there. So get your ad blockers, get your pop-up blockers. If you really about that life, my nigga, go on that site right there, and there's you gonna have movies, you gonna have TV shows, all that shit. I don't pay for those apps, bro. I never have.
Hold on, B-Flix. Hold on, I'm typing this shit in now.
That shit right there, nigga.
Let's see what happens.
Make sure your ad blockers are strong, nigga. If they ain't strong, you ain't ready for it, bro. Like, I never pay for them apps shit.
All right,
that shit is a scam.
So the name of the show is Evil, correct?
Absolutely.
IEVL. Oh, let me
Nigga,
try that again.
Evil with an I, nigga. EVIL. What the fuck? That's why you ain't found it, nigga.
That shit was all the way backwards. That shit was all the way. No.
Like, you talking shit to me. I'm like, nigga, ain't even type it in the word right, nigga.
All right, hold on. And then here we go. EV. There we go.
I was about to get on you again.
That's
why you can't find it, nigga.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, real quick. So I typed it in.
No, I was gonna get on you, nigga. And like, you don't start evil with an I,
nigga. Hold on, real quick, brother. Hold on. So I typed it in. I got two different things that's coming up right now.
You see a nigga with a bald head.
All right, the black dude.
That's what you need. That is it right there, bro.
Let me see. Here we go.
That shit fire, bro. It's gonna change your life, nigga.
Bro, hold on. Watch this. Can I share my screen real quick, bro?
Go ahead. So I can tell you.
I'm gonna share my screen so you see
what the fuck.
This is the shit I'm going through in life right here. I want you to see this.
Look, Louis Coleman, he even tell you like, nigga, this is how you spell evil. EVIL, nigga.
Man, share the motherfucking screen, nigga. Respect it.
All right, let me see if I can see it. Okay, here we go, yo. You gotta click allow, nigga.
But okay, here we go, right here.
Oh, that's your website. I told you got that pop. Yep. I told you got the ad blockers. I'm like, this ain't no regular shit. Cause you get everything for free. So I'm like, if you don't got the blockers and all that shit, I'm like, this shit is going to be a nuisance for you to get through. So you gotta have the pop-up blockers and you gotta have the ad blockers up, bro.
Look at this shit, right? What is this shit down here? Okay, show all. We're gonna go show all.
No, you don't want to touch that. Don't touch none of that shit. Just go to the little middle shit where it goes the blue shit.
This?
Down.
Right here.
At the bottom, right there.
Stop sharing.
Are you prepared? Stop sharing?
That ain't do shit but take you off, nigga. Hold on. I'm gonna bring your ass back real quick.
Like, I'm telling you, because you gonna have, if you don't have the pop-up blockers and the ad blockers, it's gonna be hard for you to get through. I'm just telling you. That was the shit. Evil with the black nigga with the bald head, the nigga who played Luke Cage.
Man,
that's the shit you want to watch, bro.
Brother, I gotta go through all this to watch. Man, come on now.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying that's where I watch it from. I'm like, that shit's on Paramount.
Brother,
I'm just telling you what it looked like.
Just look at this shit I got. Look what I got popping up on my shit right now. Just look at it.
Virus.
Just look at this shit, bro.
Oh my god.
This shit is crazy.
Bro, I told you. I'm like, if you don't have the ad blockers.
I gotta go and run a whole program on my motherfucking channel now because of the shit you got me.
No, you don't have to. I'm like, you don't have to watch it from that stream. I'm telling you, if you go to Google and you type in evil, it's going to pop up what it is, and you'll find if you do apps, it'll show you what app you need to watch it from. I don't do apps, so I'm like, I'm not telling you to watch it from what I watch it from.
Let me block all this shit real quick, man. God damn, bro, you got me looking at shit and this
I
shit.
just don't think you should watch it from that. I'm telling you, I'm like, nigga, you got
Bro,
Google, nigga, you put
then
evil
tell
in
me
it.
where the fuck I'm supposed to watch this shit from, bro.
Bro, just Google evil, my nigga.
Look at all this shit, bro. Hey, man, look at this shit, man. This is, man.
Hey, listen, I'm like, all you gotta do is Google evil. I'm like, don't watch it from the website I watch it from.
Man, this some
Because I got
bro.
pop-up blockers, I got ad block. Like I've been doing this shit for a long time when it comes to not watching shit from street. So it's like I know how to not deal with that shit.
Man,
I'm just telling you what the name of the TV show is. If you Google it, you'll be able to find what you gotta watch it from, bro.
I got
trying to put you on game.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be on. Hey, you know I'm gonna rock with you, Flu. You know I'm gonna rock with you. But
I'm trying to put you on game, bro. That's it.
No,
I'm like,
no. You're not.
The actual site.
What
You ain't ready for that yet.
What you're doing right now is you're giving my computer viruses. That's what I feel like you're doing, bro. Respect.
I ain't never had viruses on my computer.
That's you. And you a little
I'm computer savvy. I know. Did I not say if you don't have the pop-up blockers and the ad blockers, don't go on the site? Did I say that?
Nigga, then how the fuck I'm supposed to watch this shit?
Bro, it's on the street. I'm nigga. Like, goddamn, you don't know what Google is?
Flu, man, you can't do this, bro. You can't do
you
it like
Google, bro. Go on Google and just type in evil. It'll pop up.
And I can watch it just from the Google pop up. What you telling me?
It'll show you your screen,
brother. I'm finna have to fuck my whole. I'm about to have to fuck my whole.
You sound like an old nigga right now, Dub.
I am old.
Bro,
I am.
Go on Google and just type in evil. Evil TV show. That's all you got to do, and you'll find the streaming service you got to watch it from. It's that easy.
Bro, you can't even see the shit I'm going through right now, bro.
You don't have to do that. I'm like, all you got to do is go on Google and type in evil TV show. It's that easy.
Bro, this nigga here tripping, bro. You know I got love for you, Flu. You know I got love for you.
I know, but you sound old right now, bro.
I am, bro. You keep telling me
you're not though. You're not because you acting like you don't know how to use Google, nigga.
Nigga, it ain't about Google. You told me to go. Nigga, you told me to go to this website that got viruses and shit popping up on my shit, bro. Like,
when I told you to go to it, I said if you don't have ad blockers and pop-up blockers, don't use it.
Bro, I gotta disinfect my whole motherfucking computer now, bro. I gotta disinfect my whole shit because
you don't. I've been telling you. Oh my God, I've been telling you. I'm like, if you want to find the show, just put it in Google, and you never did that.
No, bro. I went to and I didn't Google it. I put it in Cody and I couldn't find it.
That's my whole point. You're putting it in some bullshit ass app. Just put it in Google and put evil, and it'll tell you what app you need. That's the whole point of Google, nigga.
You done fucked my computer up, bro. I gotta. All right, Flu, man. I'm out for the night, man. I gotta fix my motherfucking computer.
Oh my God.
Fucking with you, bro. I gotta go and disinfect.
I told you what to do. I told you what to do before going to Netflix, bro. And you was confused, nigga.
I don't know. You didn't tell me shit. You didn't tell me a motherfucking thing.
I would think myself, if someone told me, hey, if you want to watch this TV show, my first thing would be to put it in Google. I wouldn't go on Showtime and type in evil. I would go on Google and I would type in evil. That's what I would do.
Man, this is some bullshit that I got.
That makes the most sense to me.
You just don't know how mad I am right now, bro. You just don't know. I hope
I'm a computer nigga, so it's like I don't pay for shit. The last time I paid for a pay-per-view.
Well, fuck all of that, bro. Fuck all of the last time you paid for a pay-per-view. I'm out. I will talk to you next time. It doesn't
matter to me.
No, I ain't mad at you. Man, it seems like I got viruses and shit on my computer now.
You don't, bro. I told you, I said it. I'm like, you gonna be lying. I said, if you don't got ad blockers, if you don't got pop-up blockers, this shit gonna be some shit for you.
Once again, bro, I got love for you. But damn it, there's some bullshit right now that I'm fucking with, and I gotta go and clear. I gotta go and clear a whole motherfucking hard drive off of some bullshit that you'll
be all right, bro. It ain't that shit. It won't be that. It's not that bad. Trust me.
In your opinion.
Nah, I know what it is. Like if you need the shit, let me know. I'll send over what you need to clean your shit out. I got you, bro.
Well, send the shit now. Go. I'm gonna put send the shit now
You know
because
I ain't finna do that, nigga. It's 12 minutes. I'm finna eat
and
and
now
watch TV,
this
nigga.
this nigga
I got an
this
hour to
ni-
go to
this
sleep and go to
this
work
nigga
tomorrow.
this nigga just literally told me I'm gonna send the shit if you need it, and then I said, "Well, send it now." He said, "Well, I ain't gonna do it." No, nigga, hell no, hell no. I'm on. Yeah, I
I'm
got
gonna
smoke for
send
you.
it. I just ain't gonna send it now.
I got a lot of smoke right now for your ass because goddamn it,
I
I'm fucking
warned you, bro.
man.
I warned you. You definitely didn't take my warning, nigga.
I cannot fuck with y'all young niggas no more, bro.
I'm
Respectfully,
not
of
even
course.
young, nigga. I've been doing this
Look at
shit
this
since I was like 22, bro. I warned you, nigga.
shit. Why the fuck you didn't send me the shit to clean my shit out? Send it to me now. That's what I'm
I
telling you.
told
Send
you,
me.
bro. I said before I send
Well,
this link,
okay,
you gotta have pop-up
okay.
blockers and ad blockers, my
You
nigga.
said you would send it, so send it now before you log off, nigga.
I'm too fluent, nigga.
Man,
Ain't no
fuck you,
way I give
man.
a fuck
Fuck
about
you,
that
man.
shit.
I ain't got respect for that, flu. I ain't got respect for that.
Shit, you call me flu, you should know who you doing.
And
I'm up, nigga.
moving forward. I understand. I understand moving forward. This will be the last time I take advice from your black ass, respectfully, of course, respect.
Look,
Good night,
nigga,
sir. Good night,
I don't pay
sir.
for no
Good
stream
night,
service.
sir. Good night, sir. And we will do this again the next time. Salute to you,
I'll be
flu.
back tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. But
I
did the
I
Lakers win? Real quick,
I
the
won't
Lakers
be
win?
I don't fuck the Lakers. I don't give a damn about them.
I
And
ain't mad.
Anthony Davis was supposed to play tonight. Fuck
He
him.
didn't play?
Fuck. He was against the Spurs. He was supposed to play tonight.
He didn't
I don't
play?
know if he played. I don't know, man. Fuck y'all. Fuck all of y'all. Fuck you. And respectfully, of course,
Dub,
respectfully.
man. I understand.
No, nigga, I'm mad. No, hell, man. Look, watch this. Watch this real quick. Before you get the fuck off, I want you to see what the fuck going on right now. I want you
Go
to see
ahead.
what the fuck going on my screen. I want you to see the shit so you know what you done did. Watch this shit. Look at this shit. Virus. I ain't never had this shit. Watch this. Some more shit pop up. Some more shit pop up. Some more. Look at this shit, bro. Fucking with your
Bro,
black ass.
I
You done got
told you
me.
before.
Nah.
You didn't listen though.
You
I'm like,
good,
that's not
bro.
my
You good.
fault. I said if you don't have pop-up blockers and ad blockers, bro,
I will fix it. I will fix it. But don't ever recommend shit to me no more, bro.
you
Don't,
being
don't
all like, nigga,
man,
I told
no,
you.
nigga, don't recommend. How you gonna recommend shit that's gonna get my shit fucked? Nah. Don't recommend the goddamn thing to me again, bro. Respectfully, and you know
Bro,
I love you.
I told you. I'm like, you
No,
didn't listen to me.
fuck all of that. Fuck all of that
You
shit,
didn't
bro.
listen to me, bro.
Fuck all of that shit.
I
Fuck
told
all.
you, nigga.
Everything you saying is cap and bullshit right now. You
Bro, it's
capping and
recorded.
bullshit.
I said, I was like,
You
nigga, if you don't
capping
got
and
pop-up blockers,
you
if you don't
lucky.
got ad blockers, don't go on the site. And
You
you was like,
lucky.
nigga, just pull the site up. So I
You
dropped the site.
lucky. You lucky I don't go in the way I want to go in right now. You lucky.
You
You
can
lucky.
go in. I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling
It
you, I
don't matter if
told
you
you
give
what
a
it was.
brother. It don't matter if you give a fuck. Your word is your bond, nigga. And look what you got me going through.
I told you, I warned you about it. I said, if you ain't got the ad blocker or the pop-up blocker, don't do it. I said that before all of it.
All right. Then send me the ad blocker and the virus blocker. Send it to me now.
It's not gonna matter no more. It's too late. You're supposed to
Exactly.
have it before.
Exactly, nigga. You do, man. Good.
I said that though. You didn't listen to
Flu.
me, bro.
I love you. I love you, brother. I love you, and I'm gonna rock with you regardless. Have a
I
good
said
night.
it though.
Have a
I'm like,
good night,
nigga,
bro. Have
you
a
gonna
good
watch
night.
this back and you gonna feel away. Because I
I'm just
told
going.
you before it. I was like,
I'm gonna just go ahead and drop off. But I got much love for you. I got much respect, and you always gonna be my
I
brother.
told you, bro. I'm like, nigga, you did
Don't
not listen to me.
don't be mad when you're talking and I'm gone.
I'm not gonna be mad. So Dub, he's mad at me. I'm okay with it because I would feel bad if I told him to go on B-Flix and I didn't tell him to do like the ad blockers and the pop-up blockers. But I told him. I always tell anybody who uses B-Flix, if you're gonna be on the sites, get the pop-up blockers and ad blockers. But the nigga was trying to see evil.
And I told him originally, like I've told him for like 3, 4 days in a row. I was like, bro, just Google the shit. But he wouldn't Google it. He would have his apps and he would put it in his apps and be like, it's not popping up on my apps. And I just would tell the nigga, like, bro, just if you put evil in Google, you'll find out what apps you need to use to watch it. Like, for me, in my mind, that shit sounds simple as fuck. There's a TV show you want to watch, you want to put it in the apps, you'll put it in Google and you'll find out what app you need to watch it. But I don't know, maybe that's complicated for some people. I don't know. I don't want to sound like an asshole or nothing, but I'm like, that seems like the most simplest shit. Like, if I give you a name of a TV show, Google it and find out where you need to go to watch it. This nigga did the exact opposite. I would tell him a name of the TV show and be like, I think it's under Paramount. And then he would go to his little Kodi or his Roku shit. And he's like, I'm typing it in, but I don't see the show coming up. It's like, bro, it's probably because it's not working for that app. Type it in on Google and find out where it's from. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do all that. What site do you watch it from? So I give him the site I watch it from, and I tell him, you need a pop-up blocker and an ad blocker. I don't need all that. And then he goes on it. Like, I get it. But I'm not gonna talk about it too much because I can talk a lot of shit. Because I'm just hoping when I get older, I'm not on that bullshit. Because I'm like, damn, nigga, know your technology. But much love to people. I'm gonna get up out of here. We're gonna be back tomorrow. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my night. I don't got much of the night left, but I'm gonna eat good, feel good, see good. I don't know what it is. I appreciate Lewis Coleman coming up in here, man. Hit the like button. I appreciate Dub right side. I know Dub mad as fuck at me, but look, dog, I gave you the basis to follow. You want to do your own thing and put yourself in that position. That don't got nothing to do with me. Much love to people. Salute, blessings. Keep doing what you're doing. Love, energy. Life is hard, but hopefully life gets better. You already know what it is. Salute to the people.